Hello, hello! This is Pauline from Pauline Art Stuff, and today is the second part of my full coloring book collection. And today I'm gonna show you all of my Asian books, and they exist out of Japanese and Korean coloring books. So I'm first gonna show you the artists where I've got multiple books from, and then we're gonna end with everything that I've got like a few or one book of. So we're gonna start with Green Ivy, which is this lovely artist. And this is her first book, Nostalgia. It's a lovely hardcover book with this beautiful thick paper. Like the paper is really thick. Like really thick, you see? It's really good quality. And this artist has usually about 62 to 64 pages in a book. And they contain out of usually 4 chapters, which you can see over here. So it goes in seasons usually. But this one is the oldest one that she published. And the first chapter is called Small Daily Joy. So the daily things of life, basically. So this one is not necessarily seasonal, but there's a lot of seasonal pages that you can find. Usually you still find the more wintry pages in the back. But yeah, you can see that you get a colored picture on the left and a not colored picture on the right. But on this picture, some of the lines are colored. So these lines from the blossom are all pink, and so are the tulips, and the leaves of the tulips are green. And that is something like that is common in these books, because this is also printed in green, and the flowers are printed in the color that you can see on the reference. But not for all of them. Like this one has barely any color on the printing. Maybe a bit on the flowers, but that's about it. And what you also sometimes see in these books is that the background has some color printed in. But not with every single coloring page. Like with this one, the mattress has been partly printed, which is handy if you want the pattern. But that is not the case with all of them. But yeah, they are lovely, cute images that you can recreate or do your own thing. I actually like to do my own thing in these books because the color palettes that the artist chooses are usually a little bit too muted for my liking. So the second chapter is called Love Those Warm Days. So basically probably the summer days, I guess. And yeah, we get many more also with the parent. Some lovely squirrels. Really cute pictures. I love this book. Like I probably tagged this one for Christmas, so I can take that out because I did not touch it over the Christmas period. But yeah, like as you can see, everything is like going through each other. So you got like winter pages, summer pages, spring pages all throughout each other. And I like it. Like there's a nice variety of pages. Some have more scenery like these. And others is just a simple page. Like this one is pretty complicated compared to others. But yeah, they're adorable. Then we get chapter 3, Rest, Contemplation and Reminiscence. So yeah, this is just like themes for these chapters. It's a bit different than the other 2 that I've got from her. She has 3 books by now. And this was the first one. So this is the one that I actually colored. And as you can see, I usually make my palette on the left page because I like to know which ones I've used, so that if I like it for a different picture, I can just pick my pencils. And these are polychromos pencils. But yeah, I really like keeping them simple, not too much effort coloring pages. That's what I like about these books. You can just plain color them with light pressure on your pencil and they turn out wonderfully. You don't need to completely smoosh something and blend it out and cover the entire paper. That is not necessary all the time. Like you could always just pick a book and keep it simple. And that's what I chose for this book. Like of course you could do the blended out look, but you don't need to. And that's why I love these books so much. This is a lovely winter page. And then the last chapter is Consolation to You Who Was Hurting. Yeah, those names don't say too much about the pictures that you find. So these ones I did with my Ohu pencil and 2 polychromos pencils. So you can see that works perfectly fine as well. This paper takes pencil quite well. Doesn't matter which brand you take, it works. But yeah, I love the paper in this book. It's so nice and thick. But I haven't tried watercolor on it yet, but I might want to try that. This one I have done as well. And for this one, I used my Polychromos pencils again. And I decided to make it a much more like vibrant color scheme than the one on the left, because that one is really moody and I wanted a lot more color. So that's exactly what I did. But you can definitely see the pencil texture. And I just embrace it in this book. In many of my books, I embrace the pencil texture. Because I rather just have fun and enjoy myself than spending hours and hours on a page. This one is done with also Polychromos pencils. And I done this for the month of October of last year. And I really like it. And then I also did this one, which is actually a color along on my channel. And you can find it under the Green Ivy playlist, in case you want to recreate it. So yeah, I've not done many pages in these books yet, but I've done some. You see, there's another one with Ohuhu Halawa pencils. I was testing them out, but you can see how vibrant they can be. They're pretty good, you know, for a budget pencil, they're pretty good. I've got a love-hate relationship with my Ohuhu Halawa pencils. I like them on certain papers and I hate them on others. But they've got cute colors in their range. And in the back, you get more like these postcard type of pages. You can even see that they're meant to be cut out. They even tell you to do so. But I think that's a shame of your book, so I probably won't. But I'm also not sure if I want to even color them. I don't know yet, because they're a bit different than the rest of the book, but still adorable. And I think we're almost at the end. I think one more page. Yes, I tested out some water-based marker on this one. But I don't like the texture, like the streakiness, but it does work. Like there's no bleed through, that's what I mean. So yeah, that was the first book from Green Ivy in 2022. And it's a lovely hardcover book. It's one of my most beautiful books in my collection. Look how thick it is as well, because of all the lovely paper. So then I've got two more books by Green Ivy. And the second one that she published was this one that most of you probably know her from, which is Beautiful Days of Green Ivy, 4 Seasons coloring book by Green Ivy. And yeah, I got like plastic around it to protect it, because it will take a while before these books are colored in. And I always make this schematic in the beginning of each of my books, so I can scratch off what I color. As you can see, I gotten this one in May of 2025, and I colored 4 pages so far. Oh, this one actually was published first, 2021. So the other one is the second book. Yeah, I'm always confused about that. But this was then the first book. The hardback is the second one. Doesn't matter. As long as we know what it's like. Like this one is split up in seasons. So you get spring, summer, autumn, winter. Which I love, because that makes you want to color it in it throughout the whole year. And my main favorite pages are usually in the spring section and the summer section. But yeah, this one has a lot more greenery than the first book. And I really love these color palettes on the spring section. Look how adorable. This is much less muted. Like when you go to the back of the book, they become more muted again. This is also wonderful with the cat on the piano. And this one with the flower store. Really cute. You see, this is my cup of tea, you know, these colors in the beginning. I think this is meant to be Anne of Green Gables. I thought she also had a picture book from that. And look at all the lovely animals. This is the front cover. But yeah, I fell in love with this artist's work. So I've got all of her books, even though they're not filled up like yet either, you know. Like I did some in each book, but not many. Like in this book and the first one, I did quite a lot, but the newest one I only touched once. I done this one with my Polychromos pencils again, and as you can see, I completely changed the color palette. So yeah, that is what I like to do in this book. But for other Korean books that I own, I do actually copy the left one. If I like the color scheme, I'm more inclined to copy it. Like this one is more my cup of tea, like color wise. So I might copy that one later. So then the next chapter is Summer. Look at that. They're so adorable, this girl and her cat. Yeah. A lovely collector's item, this one is. And then I did this one, but I did not like the color of the dress. So I made it again more vibrant, like I love to do. This was a body color with my friend. And I colored it all with Faber-Castell Polygomos. As you can see, this is my color palette. Yeah, I love to do that for my Korean books. Because Korean books usually have like the colored picture on the left and the coloring page on the right. And I love that kind of book. I love those, you know, that's my jam. But not everybody likes it. Like this is a wonderful birthday page. And this month, January, is actually my birthday. Like I was having my birthday on the 6th of January. So we're now past that time, but it's still my birthday month. So if I have time at the end of the month, I might just pick something that I love. Like this is what I mean. Sometimes the back is printed. And if you don't like that, then this might not be a book for you. But yeah. So this one I did with my Ohuhu and my Polygomos pencils. I just mixed them up and they work wonderfully together, as you can tell. Yeah, I love the original color scheme, but I just changed it up even so slightly. Like I changed the bathtub, I changed the ribbon and her bathing suit. Like I didn't like the moody green, so I changed it to a brighter one. And that is still possible, even when the lines are colored. I really like this one. So vibrant. You see, this book is way more vibrant than the first one. Or the second one, I should say, because this is the first one. I keep mentioning it. Yeah, this is the autumn section. You have to be really careful not to press the book down and crack the spine, because the pages will let go. So here's like a completely destroyed in here. So I covered it up with some washi tape to keep it together. But that happened before I even got the book. Like somebody from the post office had opened the package and opened the book up and probably pressed down on it or stood something on it. I have got no idea. Like, why the hell would you open up a book? And that it came destroyed in my mailbox. But yeah, I didn't feel like sending it back because the book is perfectly fine otherwise. Like, it's just a shame that it got damaged by the post office. But yeah, I done this one as a color along as well. As you can see, again, I changed the colors completely. But I use such a light pressure on my pencils so that you get this really lovely pastel look. And it's still really vibrant. Yeah, this was all done with Faber-Castell Polygomos pencils, which I really like to use in these books. It's so adorable. Like, she's one of my favorite artists out there. I discovered so many Korean and Asian or Korean and Japanese artists that I like. I didn't even know they existed until like last year. So yeah, now we're going into the winter section, and now you see a lot more muted colors. Like, not all the time, because this to me is not really a winter page, but hey ho, they call it a winter page. But yeah, this book is a lot better in my opinion because of the color scheme that they use. I really like this picture, them cooking stuff. Yeah, I would probably draw in the dress in this one because I don't like the gap. Don't like it. I love this page. There's another one in the third book that I will show you next that looks like it. I think it's a shame that there's no patterns on the coloring page, so you really have to come up with something yourself. Like, you're not going to recreate all of this, that's too much. So you could use washi tape if you can do that, you know, like I can't do that with my hands. Using a knife would be too difficult for me. And cutting is also not my strong suit, so no washi tape for me in these books. But that is something you could do if you don't like to recreate patterns. Look at this, this is adorable. This is one of my favorites in the whole book. Yeah, that will definitely be one of my winter pages for the coming years. Like, so many. This could be Red Riding Hood if you really like to follow like a fairy tale. Then that could be counted as Red Riding Hood. But in the back you've got these note-taking pages, and then you have another coloring page from a small picture on the left. So it's like actually bonus pages in my opinion. Like, they're actually really cute, but a lot simpler than some of in the front. So if you would just like to test some stuff out, you might want to start in the back with this one because of this reason, because then you can practice a little and then go for the normal pages. And this is also something she likes to do as an extra thing, that they've got like clothing for the character, so you can like back in the day, you know, you can put it on the character. which is cute in my opinion. And that's it for this book. So that is 4 Seasons by Green Ivy. That was my favorite up till that point. And then in, I think June of 2025, they released a new one. So you can see I only colored 1 page again. And let's see from where, does it say only the year in the back? No, there's no year in the back. Well, let's just flip it then. So this one is more complicated than the other two. It has way more intense scenes. Like as you can see, I did not translate the names over here. I might have done it like, this is like props basically to practice. It also says sometimes in English what it is supposed to be. So these items will come back inside other coloring pages further down in the book. Not all of them, but some. So you can practice. This is like a practicing chapter, which is not my cup of tea. But I will still color them. It's nice to practice your skills, you know, having a whole chapter to do so. It's cute, you know. It's not like only items. There are also characters like the animals. What the heck happened to my book? You see what happened? What the heck? It's damaged. What the heck? How did that happen? Well, I don't know. But it happened somehow. That's a shame. Yeah, I didn't even notice it until I flipped it now. Like, see? Something has damaged it. That's a shame. But you see how many, like there are many more characters in this book. A lot more girls and boys. A lot more like background filler stuff. Like see, whole scenes even that we haven't seen before. Not to this extent. She's also a bit more grown up in this one on certain pictures. Not all of them. Like here she's small again. But yeah, you definitely have some that she's more grown up. More like a teenager. And you also have some where she's still the cute little girl. But basically it's like, I believe it's like part of her diaries from when she lived with her nan and her mom. And that is what she made these books from her diaries, if I'm correct. Which is really cute in my opinion. To have those drawings and making it into coloring books. But I really like this, like with the more greenery in the back. And like this we already have seen before. But yeah, I still like it. Like this is more my cup of tea, like with all the greenery. I love flowers. And then we get the door again, but this time in a different variety, which is really nice. You see? Same door as in Nostalgia, but a different version and way more intricate. I really like it. The improvements she made to her style. Yes, it's more intricate, but I love it. Definitely just as amazing as the older pictures. So cute. Yeah, it just makes it more alive for me, you know, having more green stuff, vibrant colors, more characters, more going on a page. I love it. Like this might be a bit too much, even for me, with all the flowers. So many leaves. But this, yes, this is just happy. I like happy pages like this. But yeah, if you would like to try this artist out, you might not want to go for this one, because this one is the more difficult one from the 3. But yeah, if you prefer these pictures, then of course go for it. Don't let me tell you not to. I'm not telling you which one to buy, but if you don't like intricate, then this might not be for you. And as you can see, this looks like we're going into autumn. And again, the mailbox. Yeah, she's got quite a few. Look, you see? Again, one with clouds and balloons. That's also something she likes to do in multiple of her books. And look at this one. It's so different than everything we've seen from her before. I love it. Absolutely love it. And here she's grown up again. I like those too, you know. Like, yes, I love the small girl, but it's like the vibe. You know, here she's grown up again. And the boy as well. But it's gorgeous, like autumn page. Can't wait to color any of these. Like, they're wonderful in my opinion. Again, some printed background for us, so we don't have to do the background, which I like. But it's not with all of them, it's just some of them. See, this one has it too. It's a very cute page. But yeah, you can definitely see the change in her pages. I really like this one as well. So beautiful. Now we're going to winter again. She's got some awesome winter pages in this section. self-portrait, that's always nice. With some birds. You see, another winter page. I love the birch trees in her pictures. And look at this one. This is absolutely adorable. I love it. With the white rabbit, the white reindeer. Yes, please. I love it. A nice winter or a Christmas page for those who love to do those. I love them. Like, look at that bear. Very cute. They're knitting on the same scarf, it seems. And this is the only one that I've done myself, which I did with Ohu and Polychromos pencils combined. And as you can see, it's nice and vibrant. Even though the original was also vibrant, I wanted like this sun, like glowing, beaming outwards with them in like even brighter colors. And I love it. I really like how it came out. But yeah, I like vibrant colors. Even this, I probably might even make more vibrant. But I do like that one. This one is too moody for my liking. But that's the beauty with this. You can recreate them or you can just go your own way and ignore them completely. And I don't mind to do either way. Like this one, I love as well. I just love that style, you know, with the white animals. Nice, really nice. This is cute too. And then we get some letter paper again. So we get the same thing as with the previous one, that you had the note-taking section. But again, some extra bonus pages. So you can color these as well. See, they're like full coloring pages in the back. You just get a smaller image on the left, so you could take some notes here if you like. Or you just color them and call it done. That's probably what I will do. I find it a shame to have to write on the paper. And that is everything by Green Ivy. Yeah, she's a wonderful Korean artist. I love her work. Hence why I've got 3 books of her. Then the next artist that I've got for you is also a Korean artist, which most of you probably know, which is Aeppol. And she's well known for her Forest Girls series. And this is the first book in the series, Forest Girls coloring book. So I call this number 1, Forest Girl number 1. And I've only done 2 pictures in this book. So not that many yet, but it's the same concept as the one before. You get like the colored picture on the left and the coloring page on the right. And it always starts with like a little intro, which we cannot read, of course. And yeah, there is some English. Like here's some English. The Girl in the Forest, part 1. And it says, come and visit a girl who lives in a house in a remote green forest. Happy stories and laughter release me from all that I hate and all that make me gloomy. They clear the dark clouds in my heart, leaving a rainbow instead. That is what it says, apparently. But yeah, this one has like translations with it. Not every book has that, but this one does. The paper is really smooth and slick and resists pencils a little bit. But I have seen people use watercolor, so I'm gonna definitely try that in the future. But yeah, the pictures on the left are quite small, and you get this one on the right. But the American version of this book is poor quality, so don't get that one. If you want to get it, get the Korean one, even though they're harder to get. The paper in the American one is not worth it. It's like printer paper almost, like really bad paper. This one has good paper, but it's sometimes tricky to work with. But yeah, they're so adorable. But I can see why people are like, how do you say that? Have a hard time getting into these books. Like, there's a word for it. I can't get to it. Intimidated. That's what I want to say. Yeah, I love these pages. I would wish for them to have bigger colored pictures even. That's what I like, to have like a full page of the picture and a full coloring page next to it. But yeah, I'll have to do. But for the people who don't want to recreate the left one, this might be better. You know, like choose a middle ground. Then you don't have to do it the same way and still feel good about it. But yeah, basically you get like this little girl with a squirrel friend and her dog. Like almost every page has both of them, like all 3 of them. But not every page. Like this one doesn't have a dog or a squirrel. And I love them. Like this is one of my favorites in the entire book. Them having those outfits on, her sewing, brushing the teeth together. Like, yeah, there's a lot of like daily life activities that she does with inside scenes, outside scenes. Like there's a nice variety throughout the book. And there's also a nice variety in color scheme. So it's a very nice challenge to recreate it, because they're not always colors that I choose myself. I really like my turquoises, my pinks, my purples. And this book has a lot more like different styles. Like this is the one that I did last year. And I did it all with my polychromos pencils. And again, I made the color scheme on the left, so I know what I used, which I just like to do. And I used a little bit of paint pen for the rain effect. But yeah, you can see that it's a bit shiny from the pencil. And I had to do many, many layers to get that effect. That took me quite some time. But I love the result. You just have to add layers and layers and layers before it looks good. It definitely goes through an ugly stage with these books, but you really have to add layers. So maybe basing with like watercolor might be a good solution to that, but I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. And I love working in it with my pencils. So I'm just stubborn and I keep doing it with my colored pencils. But I also got my Holbeins now, so I might want to try them instead of my polychromos pencils. I love this one as well. Yeah, Aeppol was like a no-brainer for me. Like I knew her work before I knew her name. I've seen it everywhere before. And once I found out there were coloring books of it, I bought all of them. Yeah, I done this one as well as a buddy last year with coloring Bumblebee. And I like how it came out, but my dog is a little bit too vibrant. He's almost glowing. Like when I look at it like this by myself, it's okay. But through the camera, it looks even more vibrant. I should have picked a bit more muted tone. But I still like the result. It's like not my colors at all. But that's a nice challenge, you know. Changing it up is sometimes what you need. And this book does that for me. Puts me out of my comfort zone, trying some new stuff. But yeah, they take time and effort, and you have to be in the mood for them. Like, you don't want to force it. So yeah, I haven't not colored that many yet in these books, but I will definitely keep coloring in them. But they just take a bit more energy and a bit more time than other books. So then we got the second book by Aeppol, which is a hardback premium edition. I don't think there is a normal edition for this one, just a premium one. And it's called Forest Girls Coloring Book, but I call it number 2. But it has the same name basically. And it is this lovely hardcover book. And the paper is different than the first one. It has only 45 pages, so it has a little bit less pages than the previous one. And you see how thick the paper is. It looks a bit like the nostalgia paper from the other book. But this paper does not like watercolor. So this is meant to be a tester page that you can play with some paint dilutions apparently. But yeah, this paper doesn't like watercolor. Like the moment it got wet and you wanted to move your brush a little bit, it literally made like these rolls of paper coming off the surface. So it destroyed it basically. So be careful if you want to use watercolor or water-based pencils. Be careful with activating it. Don't go over it too much because it will ruin it completely. I was surprised by that because I thought by having this thick paper, it might be really good for watercolor because this artist probably uses watercolor to make her own pieces. So I wanted to test that out. So I did that further down in the book. And it worked out, but it was not a pleasant experience. But this book is gorgeous, in my opinion. I think it will work really well with pencils. It has a bit more texture to it as well. But look how big they are. It's also a bit bigger. Like this is the one that I tried with watercolor. And you can see that it even bled out even after I finished it. Because like there's a lot of damage here on the paper. Because of like what I want to work wet and wet basically. So I dropped the first color and want to drop in the second one. So it bleeds into each other. Just like that. It wouldn't take it. It didn't like it. And even when I let it dry and then did another layer, again, happened again. So this paper doesn't like water at all. And then I finished it off with my polychromos pencils. And that worked fine. But yeah, I don't like watercolor in this book. Just so that you know. Maybe watercolor pencils is working, but I don't know. Just be careful. That's all I have to say about this paper. You cannot flush it with water. That is not an option. But yeah, it's still a wonderful book. I think because of the paper quality, I thought I could get away with more, but unfortunately that is not the case. But I do like the format of the book, like a nice big one to color in. And I think it was a nice move to change it up a little bit. But yeah, she didn't stay consistent with it. She only did it for this one, and then she went back to the previous format. Like, I prefer it if artists publish their books all in the same format, so you've got a nice collection on your bookshelf, and I just love looking at it. So having one that is an odd size is like a bit disappointing, but hey ho, it's still a gorgeous book. This one is really intricate and might be a bit difficult to just color. You probably have to flat color it. Yeah, I love them. They're gorgeous pictures. So yeah, even though I don't color this that much, I still wanted all of her books. She has got 4 books out so far. And yeah, I just love them. The squirrel is my absolute favorite in this book. And then the dog, and then the girl. In that order. Yeah, I just love that squirrel. It's just so adorable. And they're in almost every picture, which I love. Like, when I look at these pictures, the first thing I do is search for the squirrel and the dog. That's the first thing I do with every picture. Like, this one doesn't have it. There's glitter in my book. Where did that come from? I've got glitter, like pink glitter. Not sure where that came from. Did I skip one? No. Okay. Lovely Christmas page. And this is my favorite of the entire book. Yeah, there's also glitter here. Not sure where that came from. I love this one with my colors. Yeah, this one was published in 2018. So it's quite old already. And that was the second book from Aeppol. So we got 2 more books of hers. And number 3 in the series is this one. But this one has a different name. This one has, in English, Moments Wholly for Yourself here on the left top corner. And over here it says Coloring Book of the Forest. But I just call it Forest Girls number 3. Because this was the 3rd one in the series. So that's why I call it that way. You always get this beautiful paper in the front. And then there are 65 pages again, just like the number 1. And I only did 1 in this one. So not much has colored yet. But yeah, that is also because the last year was the first year that I started coloring in coloring books. So I just did 1 page in each book and moved on, you know. And since I was collecting books, I had more and more to color in. So I never really went back to older books. Especially not ones that were more difficult to color. But these pages are gorgeous. And again, we get English translations with this one, which I love. And the pictures are a lot bigger, which I also prefer than the small ones that we had in number 1. But yeah, it's just more of the same basically. So if you're not like, you just want to try it out, just buy one. Buy your favorite, you know. Have a look at flip-throughs and then decide which one you might prefer. Because they definitely have different pages in each of them that you might like more than others. Yeah, that is my advice. If you want to try it out, pick your favorite and try to color in it. And if you don't color in it, then it might not be for you. Or if you're a collector, then you might want to buy all of them. Which is totally fine as well. Like, some people are just buying books just to have them, like a nice library with all the, again, glitter. A nice library with all the beautiful pictures in it. Yeah, and this is the one that I did as a color along on my channel. So I made a color along in which I showed you how to do the left side of the door, like this part. And then I did this side off screen. So therefore you can test the knowledge that you gained from here. You can test it on the other side and vice versa. And then after that, I went on to the girl and the whole bottom. So that is again a color along. I think it was 2 parts. But yeah, that you can find in the Aeppol playlist on my channel. If there are any books that you see in my collection that you would like a color along from, let me know in the comments, because I have a ongoing list in my planner for requests. So if I know there's a request for a certain book, I will do my best to fulfill them. I actually made some plans in my new planner to be more on top of those so that I can actually fulfill them, because I was having a bit of trouble like planning out when to do them, especially with my health situation. I don't always have the energy to film. So I now have a set spot every month that I just plan a whole week just for filming of color alongs alone, and then another week for just editing. And in that way, I am always able to do at least 2 color alongs each month. And one of those is meant for requests from you guys. So yeah, if there is anything that you would like to see out of my collection, let me know. And I will do my best to fulfill them as soon as I can. Because I love doing that for you guys. And then that also means that I don't have to make a choice myself of what to do for my color alongs, which I like. Yeah, look at this. This is cute with a big squirrel. Yeah, you know this. I love my squirrel. So of course I love that one. Yeah, they are adorable. Like, look at it. This one has a lot of also different ones. Like this, it's more out there, you know. Like it has different colors as well than previous pictures we've seen of her. A bit more different color schemes, but they're all gorgeous in their own way. I just love flipping through them. Even if I would never color any of them, I just love flipping them. Yeah, I really like it. I even like her work so much that I bought myself a 365 days calendar for my desk this year, and some stickers, and apparently I accidentally bought a coloring book from a postcard as well. But I was meant to buy a postcard set, but I accidentally bought the postcard coloring book, which I will show you as well in the end of this, after we finish this series. This picture, I believe something similar to this, there's a book that is shown on a Japanese Amazon. So Amazon Japan, it showed a picture of something similar to this with the girl in the middle. And it seems to be a new book, but it isn't. It is actually the 4th one in the series, which is this one. But it's just a Japanese version of it. So just for people that have seen that, that is number 4 in the series. In case you are not able to get the Korean version, you might want to get those. Like this is like cardboard paper in the back, only in the back. And then you get this thick paper also for this, and you get a few of them that are like full page. And I love it. I just love it. Like full page print with a coloring page next to it. And that's only in the back. And there were some extra pages with stickers, which I cut out. So yeah, that was number 3 in the series from Aeppol. And then we have number 4. So this is the one that got republished as a Japanese version with the balloons on the front with pink and purple. Just for those people that didn't know that, it's not a new one. It is actually the coloring book of the 4 seasons, which is a newest book. And I only call it 1 again in this one. And this one goes through the season. So if you're a seasonal colorist and you love that, then this might be the one for you. So yeah, I translated the names over here, and I also translated all of this because there was a lot of space, so I just wrote it down. And yeah, I did that for part of the book, not for everything. So these are again practicing pages in the beginning, and then the spring starts, the spring section, again practice pages. So for everyone that wants to practice, this might be helpful. And then we start again as the same as the other books. And yeah, I translated all the names of the artworks, so I written those down. But it's the same concept as the other ones, but this time we go through the seasons, which I love, because I love coloring through the seasons. I love this one. Beautiful. She already has a lot more new artwork even after this, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was going to be a new one somewhere this year or next year. But we have to wait and see. We have not heard anything yet. I've done this last year in July with my Polychromos pencils, and I changed up the colors, as you can see. I made it much more vibrant, much more like like just more my style, because the left is a bit muted. I did like the background, but yeah, I like making it more vibrant. So I'm happy with the result. But you see how much of a variety you get with the colors and the scenes. Yeah, I love it. And then we go to the summer section. So we again get a props page for practice, but just one. And look at this adorable summer scene. Yeah, I love it. The squirrel spreading his legs, laying on his belly. So cute. I like this as well with the big dog, but I find it a shame that they didn't put the picture like that, because the coloring page is also like on that orientation. That's the only downside to having it like this. But yeah, it's just a printing thing, you know. The same with this one. I would prefer it if they put it on its side. But it might be a bit difficult with the printing and the editing. Who knows? Like, you get a lot of just daily life activities in her books, which is really cute to have. Like, again, some practice pages, which is good. And then we start with the fall section, the autumn. And we get also more fall colors for the pictures on the left. And a lot of indoor scenes. Oh, yeah, it has trouble staying flat because I did not color in it that much yet. But I'm also afraid to break the spine. I'm afraid I might ruin the book and it might fall apart like the Green Ivy one. So I'm afraid of pushing it down. So I usually put something on the other side of the page to hold it down while I color. Because I'm afraid I might ruin the book before I finish it. Yeah, it will take me years and years to fill these up. But I love it. Yeah, I love this artist's work. And then the last chapter, which is winter. Again, we get practice pages. Look at him with his Santa suit on. Adorable. And then we get like a lovely winter page with winter colors. I love them. Look at how colorful they even are. Even though they're winter pages, they're still colorful. And then there comes the moodiest ever. But there's red on it. Yeah, I like to challenge myself. This is one of my favorites in the whole book. Like the squirrels in the Christmas tree. I just love this one. I really love it. It's one of my favorite artworks of hers. And more Christmas pages. Oh, come on. Please work with me. We're almost there for the normal books. And then I will show you the postcard book that I have from her as well. And then again you get like some extra pages. It's called Forest Musicians. So they're again coloring pages, but this time with animals. So they're different than usual. But you do get the squirrel again and the dog on each page. So at least you get something familiar. But this one doesn't have either one of them. Just animals with instruments. And that's just like a nice bonus page, basically. So that's all her normal books. But she also has a postcard book, which is this lovely book. This was my accidental purchase. Because I was meant to buy a normal postcard set. And then I end up with this. There's 16 of them. And yeah, you get like the colored version on the left. And there's like these tear lines also on this side. So you can easily take them out if you want to. But you always get a colored one on the left and the one that you might want to color yourself. So you could also use it as a normal postcard, the one that are printed. So you get 16 different ones and they are all the same format. But you can still see it's like the same girl, but this time in chibi style, which is cute. But yeah, I was not planning on buying this one because of the chibi style. But yeah, it's cute to have, so I won't send it back. And I still have postcards to display on my desk if I want to, but I don't know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to color them. But yeah, I might. Because now that I have it, I might as well color them, right? But yeah, this was an accidental buy. This was not something I planned to buy because I wasn't interested in buying this one because they're so simplistic. But they're cute. Look at this one. So cute with a toy. But yeah, this might be for the people who want an easier challenge but like the forest girl in this way. So that might be something for you then. Because they are a lot simpler. And then you get the birthday page, which I flagged because it's my birthday month. So who knows, maybe I get around to it and maybe I don't. But it is on my plans for January. And that is everything from Aeppol with the forest girl. So yeah, I'll put this back in my cupboard before I lose it because it's so small. And then we continue with the next Korean artist, which is Eunbi Park, or also known as Salt. That's what it says on the cover. And it's called Desert Fox Sogeomi Warm for Seasons coloring book. This was the first one. It has a lovely glitter on the front, which you might not be able to see because of the plastic that I put on it. And it has 64 pages in total. It is the same concept as the other books that we just saw. It has a colored picture on the left and the coloring page on the right. This one was published in 2023, so it's not that old. And look at this. You get full page colored artwork and then the same size coloring page on the right. This paper is also pretty slick, but it takes my Polychromos pencils really well, so that is not an issue. So this one colors a lot better than the Aeppol paper. And the quality is not bad at all. It also takes watercolor because I've seen Kate from Kate's Coloring Heaven, I think, did watercolor in this one. Or in the other book. But yeah, the paper is the same in both. But look how cute they are. They're really adorable. And you get a lot of them as well. But yeah, this artist is also just a immediate buy for me because I just love these books. And for me, this is like easy coloring because the colors are picked for me. I love to recreate them because I love the color schemes of all of them. They're so nice and vibrant and I just love it. But if I don't like it enough, I might make it more vibrant like I did with the other books. But most of them are like so happy that I don't want to change them. This might be good for the November Met Tea Party in November. I had it like when I saw it with the last flip that I did for like Christmas pages. I saw it and I was like, ooh, an Alice in Wonderland one, because I didn't realize there was one in this book until I started flipping looking for Christmas or winter pages. And that's when I found out there was an Alice page. And I love it. Look at this. It's just adorable. Underwater mermaid. Yeah. There's something for everyone, in my opinion, in this book. And you might be intimidated by having a full-size picture with such color effects and then get flat, like without those, like you don't have these over here. So if you want to recreate them, you have to do that yourself. That might be a bit difficult, you know. Same with this on the ground. There's nothing on the coloring page. So I understand why people might find that scary. But it gives you a good chance to practice, you know, practice techniques, practice recreating stuff. And that's why I love these, you know, to just try to recreate it as best you can. But yeah, it's very forgiving, I think. And not all of them are as intricate or complicated. Like this could be quite easy to do. There's not much blending into multiple colors in the same area, if you know what I mean. Like this one has a nice gradient as well in the background, so it would be a nice thing to practice. Lovely autumn page. Yeah, there's also definitely seasonal. Warm for seasons, it says it. Yeah, I love this character so much. And I know there's a new book coming. She actually posted, I'm like part of her Instagram group. She has got like this group in which she shares new upcoming coloring pages together with the... She first shares this side in like the group, and then later down the line you get that one as well, the colored one. And she's shared many of them already. She was working on releasing it last year, but they were just too busy and didn't make it. So she released a postcard book in December in Korea, only in Korea for the fair that she went to. Like a convention, something like that. So it's not available for anybody else except for in Korea itself. But for this year, the planning is to publish another coloring book like this. So it is in the works, but the question is when. It's coming, because I counted and I think we're close to 60 pages already. And usually there are 64 in these books. So she's almost done, finished with all the pages. So just a few more and then it might come soon, hopefully. Not sure how long it takes from that point, but look at this. I love these pages. Making a pumpkin soup, I guess. Lovely. Fishing. Look at that seal. I got one for you. Loving it. Yeah, they are just adorable. Look at that. Bunnies from snow. Yeah, this is my sweet spot. I love these books. They are my absolute favorite. So they are like on my I want to buy them all list, basically. But yeah, I'll see. I am definitely gonna buy the new one from this one. I love this page as well. Would be nice for Christmas. There's so many nice winter pages. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, those reindeers. Yes. Yes, please. But like those snowflakes, there's nothing here. Again, that might be so tricky for a lot of people. I wish she would make like a faint outline for the people that are having trouble with that, you know? So that you at least have something. And this is actually the only page that I colored. It was like, I think the first one that I did in March of last year in this book. And that was also the first book that I bought from this artist. But yeah, again, more vibrant colors. And I loved it. All polychromos pencils. And it takes it really well, as you can tell. And that is everything. This is number 64 in the book. And that is the Warm for Seasons coloring book by Sogeomi. And I've got one more of the same artist because there's 2 books out there right now. And the second book is Mysterious Journey, Desert Fox. Same illustrator. And now you can actually see the glitter on the front. So yeah, I love it. But it feels really like yuck. So I don't like to touch it. That's why I covered up the other book as well. And I probably will do that with this one as well, but I haven't gotten around to it. As you can see, I already colored more in this one. I colored 5 of them because this one is my focus book for this artist. Because I chose one book per artist to focus on. So I fill up a book more. And when I'm bored of it, I might switch it out for a different one. So that's what I do with every single artist that I own. And in this way, I fill up my books more. Or at least try to. But yeah, again, the wonderful scenes. Just as adorable as the other one. But this time we are going on a mysterious journey. At least they say so. Like, there's a lot of them with like professions and like places they visit. Also some food like this one. But I don't normally like food, but like this, yeah, I can take it. I can take it. There are faces on there. But yeah, I love it. I love recreating her work. This is not my favorite. Definitely not. I don't like racing stuff. This, yes. This is more my cup of tea. Cup of tea. I didn't say that on purpose. I swear. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. That is everything that this book can be described as cute. Everything in this book is it. Look at this. Yeah. And this is the one I actually did because Coloring Bumblebee was doing this one on a live stream and I was like, oh yeah, let's grab it. And I started it on the live stream and then I finished it the day after. But I felt like coloring even more. So I did another one the next day with pandas, which we will see later in the book. But yeah, it's adorable. Like, see, we're going on a trip. So we're going to the Liberty statue. And we're going to London. I love these colors, but that is difficult to recreate, like this lighting effect and everything, and the shadows. That is something that might be too difficult for most people, but give it a try, you know? Start with the background, because that gradient is easier than doing all of this. And you can really see the strokes. So therefore, doing your pencil like this is really forgiving with this book. And that is actually something I did as well in this book. Because there's like a style, you know, if you... Like you see every line, also in the sky, you see them like a texture. So if you just put your pencil in the same direction, move it up and down, it works really well to recreate it. And that's also what I did with the one that I did for Space Temper, which is further up, like further in the book. I also did this one in July of last year. And I think it's a scene in Sydney, if I'm correct, somewhere in Australia, I believe. Not sure actually. Like, my memory is not the best with these kind of things. I know what it is, but I sometimes don't know exactly where. But yeah, I did like creating this one, even though it's one of my least favorite pages in the book. Like, I mean, the artwork. But I am happy with the result. Like, yes, it's more pink, purple than more like this moody purple. But I'm happy with it. The only part that I don't like is this. And I didn't make it the way it should be. It's too light over here, but I don't mind. I'm happy with the result. This is just cute. Yeah, with the stars. Another beautiful Christmas page, especially for me. Like one in the fields. Yeah, like it just makes me happy looking at all these pages. The Taj Mahal. I actually been there in the past. Then we get some balloons. Yeah, I love these. Like, I don't like buildings, so this one is meh, you know, okay then. This I like a lot better because there's a lot of scenery around it. So it makes up for it, you know. And then we get into like all the traits, I guess, because you see them all working, like doing different kind of jobs. See? Flowers, dancing or photography, I guess. Yeah, something like that. This one I like a hairdresser shop with all those cute little fluffy animals. Like, look at that. That's just amazing. Yeah, this is the one I did after the one with the river. And I changed up the green a little bit because I wanted it a little bit brighter as usual. But everything else I tried to keep the same. And these lines with the panda patterns are not on the picture. So you have to do them yourself. So keep that in mind. That's an airplane. Yeah, I love these pages as well for Space Timber. They're cute. It's flying pretty low. I don't hope you hear that. It's pretty loud. It always scares me when I hear stuff flying around. Look at him with his spying glass looking at the snail. The snail even is scared of him. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? It's cute though. Yeah. Oh, doctor. Checking up on the mole. Yeah, I love this. Cinderella dress, that's what I call it. But yeah, it's cute. Stars in a flower pot. Yeah, I like it. I really like these scenes in this book. And the new one is even better in my opinion. Like, way more, like even more cuteness. Like this. Again, another reprint of a book. This book is reprinted in Japanese, and this is the cover of the page of the new book. So it's not new; it's a reprint of this book in Japanese. So if you can't get the Korean version, there's now a Japanese version with this cover. So again, the same as Aeppol, not a new book, just a reprint. So if you don't own it and you want one, and Japanese books are more easy for you to get, then this is the cover. But it's an adorable page. I love them. Look at this. She has such a unique use of color, and they're so vibrant. And that's what pulls me into these books so much. I just love it. Can't get enough of it. So yeah, look at this. So simple, but so cute. And this is the one I did for Space Timber. And this is what I mean. Like, I made strokes, just like here, in the same direction. So I went up, like from top to bottom, with my strokes, and it works really well to recreate it, like for the background and such. And that is what I loved doing. Yep, I love doing it. You get a lot of variety as well with the use of color, which I adore. And again, 64 pages. So I did the last one as well for this October. And again, my Polychromos pencils, I love doing it. And some paint pen for some highlights, because I messed up a few highlights here and there. But yeah, I love the result. And that is everything for this book. But my book is a little bit damaged, as you can see. This is coming loose. But that is because my cat sat on my book while I was coloring it. So now all of this from here out is loose up till here. So I have to be really careful that it won't fall apart. Because that would be a shame. But yeah, this is Desert Fox Sogeomi. There are 2 books out and 1 new one coming, hopefully in this year. Then I got one more Korean artist. which is Jeon Seonjin or Seonjin Jeon. I don't know, because they usually write from right to left. So this might be the first name and that the last name. That is something I realized later when I was like looking at other translations. But it doesn't matter. That artist it is. And she has a lot of books, and there are one for each season, but there are also some different ones, which I will show you as well. This is the spring one, Spring Sunshine coloring book it's called. And these books are A4 size, and they have, again, the color picture on the left and the coloring page on the right. But you get the overview in the beginning of the book, so you can see how many pages there are. There are only 27 in this one, so this one has a few less than most of them. Most of them have 30 pages. That's why I also scratched them off, because I thought they were 30, but they were not. I only done one so far in this book, because this one I only got recently. But it's like formatted like this, so you get like the colored picture on the left, nice and big, and the coloring page again on the right. It's really colorful, and that's why I love these books so much. I think that is what pulls me into them. Cute animals, colorful choices of color. I love all of this, flowers, everything I love in one book. Like this, not so much. So this one I need to color sooner than later, because I don't prefer to color those. So I usually do one that I don't like, followed up by one that I do like. So last time when I colored in these books, I did one that I didn't like. So now I'm allowing myself, the next time I color in it, to do one I do like. So I switch it around every single time, so that I fill up my entire book, because that's what I love to do. Like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Look, you see the stitching? It's coming loose. Like, I probably like had something on it at some point. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. It's damaged now, but it's still okay. Like, you can see it coming loose entirely as well there. So I have to be careful. Oh, it's only that part. Okay, good. But I have to be careful. It's probably by breaking the spine that it happened by accident. So be careful with these books. I rather don't break the spine at all now, because knowing this, you know. But yeah, it can be tricky with some books. They might fall apart, which is a shame, because they're gorgeous. Just look at the use of color that this artist uses. I love it. Like, these look like chinchilla or something. Who knows? They're cute. But yeah, they all have their specific theme throughout. And they have a lot of summery, springy pages, in my opinion. Like, you don't find a whole lot of winter pages in some of these. Like, yes, it's a spring book, but it doesn't all feel like spring. Some also feel a bit summery, which is good, you know. Then you might be able to color more of the year. Like, this would be perfect for like Easter or something with the bunnies. Really cute. And that's everything for this book. As you can see, there are already so many. Like, this is the one we just flipped, but we're also going to see those next. So this is the spring one. I put them in order of the seasons this time. So the next one that I'm going to show you is the Midsummer coloring book, which is this one. And at the time I wanted to buy one from this artist. This one was unavailable, but apparently there was a reprint not much later, like in the year. So I was able to get it then. So I bought it and I did one page. But again, this one has 30 pages. So only the first one that I showed you had 27. I think everything else has 30 pages. So it's not like an overwhelming amount in case you want to try one of them. But they are definitely distinctive styles. So you might prefer one book over the other. But this one is nice and colorful. I love this one. This is actually, I think, one of my favorites of the ones that I own. And I think it has all to do with the cute animals and all the colorful flowers. I just love them. Look at this. Beautiful. Really beautiful. And because they are really easy to color for me, because I recreate them, I just bought a lot of these books from this artist. I think I'm only missing like one of them. But I don't mind, you know, even if it takes me years to fill them up, I really do not mind. Because they're not massive books and I love them. I'd rather have everything in my collection than them going out of print and then being sad I don't have them. Especially for my favorite artist. And this one is definitely became one of my favorite artists. for easy coloring, for when I'm not up to deciding myself what to do with color. This is perfect because it tells me exactly what to copy, which I love. This is one that I actually did color. That's the only one I did in this book. And I love it. I just recreated it as best as I could with the pencils that I had. And this is what I came up with. So yeah, I kept it really easy. I didn't try to overblend things. I just went for it and said, it's done. Because that's what I like to do. Recreate it and enjoy myself. Relax a little. And that's what these books are perfect for me. And that is exactly why I bought so many of them. Oh, yeah, adorable doggies. Like, there are dogs in these books as well. This is the front cover. Really cute. Hiking. So cute. Yeah, there's also more animals in this one than just dogs or cats. There are also a lot of other animals, which I really like. See, bunnies, pandas, cats, more bears and bunnies. Yeah, it's like a mixture of all kind of animals. Some only have cats. So yeah, if you prefer one or the other, then at least you know. So that is the summer book, Midsummer coloring book. Then the next one that I have for you is the Cat's Autumn Picnic coloring book. And let's have a look at this one. Again, 30 pages. I did 2 of them already, as you can see. So let's have a look. Again, the same concept. Again, really colorful. But this one seemed to have a lot more cats, which I love as well. But yeah, there's also pandas. So I don't know. This one just feels more focused on cats in general, which I like because I love my cats. Duckies. Well, there are even mouses in this one. That's cute. Didn't remember that page. It has been a while since I flipped through all of them. Yeah, adorable. Like, I can do this all day, just flipping through my books, seeing all these gorgeous pages, already colored and everything. This is the one that I did for Color the Fairytales in August of 2025 for the prompt sweets. Well, you imagine why. There's a lot of sweets on this page. But yeah, I tried to recreate the left side. But yeah, I made something lighter, some parts darker, because I didn't have the exact shade that I wanted. So I like it. I'm happy with the result. And it was really enjoyable to do. But yeah, there's so many adorable pages to color in these books. I'm sure I will have a lot of pleasure from this book as well. And then this was the first one that I actually did in this book in April of last year. But I wasn't really happy with my color choices. And I think I did this also for Color the Fairytales because look, an ugly duckling. And I absolutely hate how it looks. But I think that was my attempt for Color the Fairytales for the ugly duckling. That is when I discovered the Color the Fairytale hashtag. And I think it was in March of last year. And that hashtag is also continuing in 2026. And January's theme is Rapunzel. So yeah, I love it. So now I adjusted my plan so I can actually do Color the Fairytales every month again in 4 of my books that have fairy tales, which I love. Look at that, like selfies. Yeah, they're adorable. But yeah, it's mainly cats in this one. So if you don't like that, then this might not be the one for you. So that is the summer book, or no, the autumn book, the Cat's Autumn Picnic coloring book. And then we get the winter book. It's called Midwinter Sunshine coloring book. And this was the one that went out of print. This is actually the first one that got released. And I had this one. Luckily, I found it on some seller in the Netherlands that had a copy left. And I was like, yep, you're mine. Because I found it a shame that I wouldn't have the snowy one, basically. So again, 30 pages, and I colored only 1 so far. But this one has like this girl as the main character with animals. So it's a little bit different than the other one. But it's the same style. So the girl with animals, which I like as well. And again, the lovely colors that we are used from for this artist. But yeah, it's all about the girl in this one. But you can see why I love it so much. Even though it's like called a winter book, it's not really that wintry, is it? Like there are definitely some winter pages in the back. We get some scarves over here, but not everything. Like here we get some more wintry pages. But we definitely also have non-wintry pages, which I like. So you can color in it throughout the year. Lovely Christmas page. And this is the one that I did with Coloring Bumblebee last December as a buddy. And yeah, we both tried to recreate it, but I did make some changes because it's so busy with all the patterns that I just left some out. Not all of them, but some. But yeah, I like it. I like recreating it. This is adorable. More winter pages. This one I absolutely adore with the pink wings. Yeah, look at that with the mousies. Oh, so cute. Weasels. A train. But this again is not really wintry anymore. See? Feels more like spring or summer. Which is fine, you know, like at least you get some winter pages. And then you just get also some others like this. Which I really like. At least we get a whole lot of winter pages that could be winter. Yeah, at some point you're just done coloring snow all month. And then you might want something like this, you know? Something vibrant and nice. So yeah, that is the Midwinter Sunshine coloring book by Jeon. I'm just going to say it like that from now on. Because I think that's the correct way. And then I got two more of this artist. And the first one is Panda Family 4 Seasons. So this goes through the seasons, but it's focused on this panda family. And it's adorable. So let's show you that one. Again, 30 pages. And I only done one. I did one for the Halloween last year. And yeah, it's adorable. It's again colorful, but with pandas instead. Like there's other animals, as you can see, rabbits. I love it. Yeah, I think this is one of her best books yet. So yeah, if you like pandas, this is definitely for you. I think this is so adorable. I love it. It's one of my favorites of hers. Yeah. But I also bought this one recently, so I have not colored in it a whole lot. But I think I will just take the book that is like for that season. So this one I might just pull out from time to time, depending on if I feel like it, basically. But the other ones that are like season appropriate, I might pull them out in the season and just switch them up. So that I always have like, for like 2 or 3 months, I've got one book in my closet. And then for the next 3 months, I got the next one and so on and so forth, maybe. No, I haven't decided yet. Like right now, I was focusing on the Midwinter Sunshine because of the season. But this one goes through the season, so this one could go all year round. So this is the one I did in October because I just love this page. I just love it. Absolutely adore it. And I tried to recreate it, but yes, mine is a little bit brighter than the left. But I don't mind. I love it. It was really enjoyable to do with my pencils. I love this one as well. Look at those lovely autumn colors. Glorious. That would be a cute one for Spacember. Even some winter scenes, you see? Like Christmas, shopping, Christmas trees even. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah, this one actually has everything in one book, which I adore. And again, selfies. Oh, so cute. And then a Panda Bakery in English, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I gotta say. Like, English is something that most people can understand, but Japanese or Korean, not so much. So yeah, that is the Panda's Family 4 Seasons coloring book, which is my favorite so far. And then I got one more for this artist, which is one of her newest releases, which is this one. I know there's one more with like pink blossom trees and a bridge in the middle, or like a river or pathway, something like that, but I did not like that one. And this one is also one of my least favorites, but this is the Summer Travel coloring book, which is one of her newest releases, but I liked it enough to buy it anyway. So there are 30 pages, but this one has definitely a more distinctive style with like more like buildings and more animals, smaller animals. But you will see, we will flip through it and you'll see why I like this one the least. But it still pulled me in to buy it. But it's definitely my least favorite. the same colors as we always get. But yeah, a lot more like fuller scenes with like buildings or elements of buildings. Like this one I really like because it's vibrant, it's happy. We get the cover image. Again, some pandas and tigers this time. And oh, red panda. That's adorable. I love red pandas. Yeah, it's just different than the other ones. So a lot more going on most of the pages, like character-wise. This is the one that I didn't like. So this is the one that I did in November. And I actually like how it came out. But oh boy, that was a pain to color because I had to go over it so many times to get those dark colors. But I just gave up after a while and I just left it like this. But I like it. It's not the worst. But at least now my least favorite is done in the book. Because that was the one I really did not like. So now I don't have to worry about that one anymore. Because the rest of them are pretty good, you know. Like these are really cute. This as well. For the Netherlands. Yeah. I love it. That is why I also still bought it, because there's still like plenty of stuff that I like. Even though there's a building, there's enough greenery to make up for it, in my opinion. So yeah, that is why I still bought it anyway. But maybe in the future, if there's like a book that I'm doubting if I want it, maybe I should just wait, you know, and then make my decision much later after I've seen it a few times. Because this was definitely like one of those instinct buys. Like, oh, I like this artist, so I will just buy it. And that's why I bought it, like actually a bit too soon probably. Otherwise I might not have bought it like in the end. But I am still happy to have it, even though it's my least favorite. So yeah, that is everything from Seonjin. I had to think about that one. Alright, and we're continuing with Kanoko Egusa, Leon's Journey, which is the newest book by Kanoko Egusa. Which is also coming out in February in English, if I'm correct, on Amazon. So in case you are wanting this book, you can pre-order it probably now. So I did 2 pages in this one. I only gotten it in December of last year, excuse me. And it's about Leon the cat. And these are his friends along the way. And this is his love interest. Not sure, Lily, her name is, I think. Yeah, it says it even. Yes. So it follows Leon on his journey to find Lily again. Because he meets her while she's probably on holiday. And falls in love with her. And then he's trying to find her. But again, you get a lot of pages that you're used to from Kanoko. With all the lovely animals. And like, you know, like you can expect it, you know, with the clothing on. And like the cute animals everywhere. So it's the exact same as you always get, but this time it goes through a story, which I really like. Like I resisted the book for so long because I was like saying to myself, no, you don't like this, Pauline, you don't. But I actually do. So I bought one like last year, tried it out and decided like, yes, I do love them actually. So I bought all of her books. At least the normal ones, not the postcard books, because I'm not really a huge fan of postcard books. But yeah, this one was one of my latest haul in December. Because I was like just crazy not wanting these in my collection. Because look how adorable they are. This is amazing. This is totally up my street. But yeah, I thought because they're too realistic that I might not want to color this. But I actually enjoyed it even more than I thought. Because I like the animals with clothing on. Especially her bunnies. But yeah, look at this, bunnies. Yeah, I love them. Like these pages are not so much my favorite with the tiny victory style. I prefer full spreads like these. Yeah, they're more up my alley. But yeah, it's like what you're used from Kanoko, but then a lot more. Like I love this page of Lily with the mouses in front. Adorable. But yeah, I really enjoy myself in these books. But this one is like one of my newest editions. So I did not color that much yet. I colored in it last month, I think. It's a buddy with a colorful mother of 3. Like this is like genius. All of these are genius. I love the owl restaurant. I love how they're cooking, how the owl's giving instructions. It's just amazing. This is everything that I love about Kanoko in one page. And this as well. That's what I love about her. Like, this is also really cute, but I wish they would just be one big page, all of these. Just one big page per element. I would prefer that. And these are the two that I actually did. So this was the buddy with colorful mother of three, Maria. And this was the one that I did on my own. And I used Holbein pencils for it. And some paint pen for the snow. So because I added snow everywhere, also on here. And yeah, I just love it. Like, I went back and forth of what colors I want to use, but ended up with just more realistic, but really warm, you know, like what I always like to do. So that is what I did. I just followed what I know, and this is what I came up with. And I'm really happy with the result. And I've had a request for a color along in this book by one of my viewers. So that one is already on the list as a request. So in case everybody is wondering, I will do that, but it is on the list. Yeah, this is a really nice countdown for Christmas. So I'm definitely going to do that one day as well. This is just glorious. I love it, with all the mousies, with this, like the ribbons around them. Like, look at that. It's amazing. And that is what I love. Like, these are my favorite pages because of like them acting, you know, like doing human stuff. Look at this. Like, Leon is here. Come on, Lacey. Come on. Move. And then they're so happy. Look at that mouse. Oh, sad because they found each other, so happy. Yeah, and the Japanese version have like these extra pages in the back that are like basically postcards, you see? So you get a few extras in the back in the Japanese versions. So that is her newest book, Leon Journey, which I adore. And then I have a Symphony of Cute Animals, which is a lot smaller. Like, her normal book is this size, but the Japanese Symphony of Cute Animals is a lot smaller, as you can see, which I was a bit disappointed about. But in case you wanted a smaller book, take the Japanese Symphony of Cute Animals to test it out. Like, I did 3 pages in this one. And yeah, this one is cute but small, and I love it. So let's have a look at this one. Like, I know that what's her name from Jessie Doodle Design, Wendy I think is her name, she did organize a full book color along for this one, which is still on the way, I believe, but it's full, of course, because the deadline I think was somewhere last year. But yeah, they're basically doing the same as they did with the R.J. Hampson and with Hannah Carlson. They're doing the same with this book. So everybody got like appointed a page that they have to finish before a certain deadline. And then Jessie Doodle Design will make a video with all the colored pages in it, and to show the appreciation for the artist, you know. And I thought about joining in, because I literally got the book just before, and I was like, nah, I just colored in it. I don't think I want to do another one. So I passed. But I love this book. Just more of the same, basically. Yeah. So cute. But yeah, I know that Tara Tripoli is also trying to do a full book color along, like a second round basically for this book. So she's looking for people who wants to join her for the full book color along, so that everybody is like appointed another page again. I don't know exactly how many person have given up or has signed up yet, but if you're interested, you can go to Tara Tripoli's channel and sign up basically, because it's a nice thing to be a part of. But I think I will pass on this one, even though I love this book. Like, look at this double Halloween page. Glorious. But yeah, I've done so many Kanoko lately that I don't want to join in yet. Like, if it was further down in the year, then maybe, but not right now. I've done too many yet. So yeah, I'm a bit done with this one. Like, look, there's a little bit of bleed through blue on the bottom. That's probably some splashes or something. Like, this one has it as well. It's a shame. Yeah, I got it all on the bottom. Like, you see a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue sheen on this one, because on the back I used my pastel, my soft pastels, and I made a mess. And I used fixative to fix it, because otherwise if you do like this, you got it all on your hands, and now I've got nothing. And then I was like, okay, but now I also want to do this wolf, because this was a buddy with ALLJ art here on YouTube, Amanda. And then the next month, because we were gonna buddy this one in December, but Amanda took on too many buddies basically, because she was so excited. So she said yes to a lot of pages, but never got around to it. So she decided to do that for January if she could, of course. So I was like, okay, then I'm gonna do this one, but I couldn't wait. So I already finished that one in December as well. But I used pastel again, and then it bled through to this side. So like half of this page, like this part underneath my hands like this, was all blue. And I was crying like inside, like, oh no, my bunny. But as you can see, I managed to save it. You don't see much of it anymore. Like, yeah, there's some blue over there. Like, some parts are a bit darker because of it. But if you wouldn't know, you wouldn't even be able to tell that I did that, you know, that it bled through. But at least I saved my bunny. And that is why I did this one extra, because I usually do both sides and then leave it. But I couldn't stand the blue. So I had to save it before putting this book to the side again. So that is the story behind that one. But yeah, I love this book. This one is cute but small. And again, you get some extra postcards in the back, as you can see, which are not in the English version. So you get some message cards, and that's it. So that is Symphony of Cute Animals. So if you are interested in joining the full book color along by Tara, move on over to her channel and sign up. So then the next one by Kanoko is The Kingdom of Curious Creatures, or like it says on the cover, Menuet de bonheur, something like that. And this is the Japanese version. This was the first book that I bought from her, and I did 2 pages in this one. So this one, it was the one that I bought to test it out, because this is my favorite, was my favorite, or is still my favorite. Like Leon's Journey is a close second, I think. I think this is still my favorite. I really love this book. But yeah, I bought this one first because there are a lot more pictures like this with the animals in clothing, and that is what I adore about Kanoko's work. The cuteness overload with the animals in dresses and such. Like this, perfect. I love my doubles. Perfect for me. I love double pages as well. So this is perfect as well. So that is why I bought this one first. And after coloring in this one, look at this. This is perfection. I love it. Same as this one. Perfection. So yeah, I bought this one because it's my favorite. And I colored in it and I was like, yeah, I love this. So I bought all the other ones as well. And I'm actually glad that I bought this one first, because it went out of print recently. But I think there's going to be a reprint, because on Amazon Japan it said out of stock for now or something like that, you know. So there will be more coming, but for now it's not available. But it will be available again this year somewhere, I guess, because that's how it said it on Amazon Japan. And usually when it's out of print, it's just no longer available. Like when the status changes, then usually you get a reprint. But for this one, it changed. So there will be more in stock later down the line. So you don't have to hunt for it. You just have to wait and be patient for the reprint, because it will be coming, which is good to know, in my opinion. I adore this book so much. Like, I've seen so many people color this one last year with Halloween. Look at that, the bunnies in the bed. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I love. So many cute animals in clothing. That is why this is my favorite, I think, because there's so many of them. Like the other one have more pages with just the animals like this. And those are the pages that I prefer not to color. I prefer this over that, you know. So yeah, that is why I bought all of them, because I couldn't not do that, you know. I didn't want to miss out on them, because I know I'm going to enjoy each and every one of these pages. And these are actually the ones that I colored, and I used my acrylic paint pens for the background for the red, and also over here. I used some paint pen on her dress, but I also used watercolor. So it's a little bit of a shimmer, a blue shimmer, but also a pink shimmer on the flowers. And I did gold in the background, as you can see, but I didn't like it, so I covered it with this pink. That's why this part is so much darker, but I forgot this part. But I left it because it's a reminder of how much I struggled with this page. Because I also changed up her hair, and I made her with poofy sleeves because that was not there. And I also removed the stripes of her legs. So I changed quite a lot on her because I want her more like Alice in Wonderland from the Disney movie. But that is the only double page that I did in this book. And look at that. Gorgeous. And then you get this wonderful wedding pages in the back, which I adore as well. Like, look at this. Adorable. Love it. Just love it. Yeah, a cute book. And then my favorite page in the back. That is my favorite page of the entire book. I love it. So that will be the last one that I will color in this book. And then again, we get some postcards. So all of the Japanese ones have some in the back. But this one only has 2 pages full of it. The other one had a lot more. So that is Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Egusa. And then the last one for Kanoko is Garden of Fairy Tale Animals, or Rhapsody in the Forest, or Rhapsody in a Boss. There are so many names for it. But this is the Japanese version, so it's no color on the front. But it's all the same book. Just different names for it. I got this one in November of last year, and I did 2 pages in it. This one is like, it has some more bolder lines like this one, which I prefer this line work, like the lighter style. But yeah, it's cute. Look at this with the ducks. Very cute. Butterflies, that's a bit spooky to me. Even though I don't mind butterflies, but just the black printing, I don't like it that much. And these are the 2 that I actually did. This was also a buddy with Amanda from ALLJR, but she did finish that one with the mouse. I finished mine first, and then she got inspired to do hers. So she picked mainly the red tone for the flowers and the raincoat, which I adore as well. But I'm really happy with how it came out. Like, when I finished it and I looked at it on my picture, I was like, it looks like a Mary Poppins mouse with the umbrella. And I can't unsee it anymore. It's a Mary Poppins mouse now. I can't unsee it after I saw it once. Never going back to a normal mouse again. And then I also did the pattern page afterwards, which I adore as well. I just try to reuse the same colors as I did on the right page, and I love it. Really proud of the outcome. But yeah, there's some bleed through of the pink, so it's looking a bit fluorescent. Maybe on camera it's not that visible, but in real life you really see a pink glow. But I should be able to cover that up easily. Don't really mind that. At least it's not like the blue. That was horrifying. Horrifying. Drama. Yeah. This could be nice for mermaid. Yes. Mermaid. Like this I don't like at all. Like, why? Pattern pages. I don't need pattern pages. They'll just give me this instead. Thank you. Yeah, there are some pages that I really dislike. Like that one. It's like mandala, whatever. No. No thank you. I don't like them. But yeah, like they have to fill up their books somehow, you know. Like, you see it with every artist. They've got filler pages everywhere. But this book has quite a lot of them, you see. Yeah, nice Christmas pages in the back. I love this one with the cute corgis. I think they are corgis. Yeah, I think so. They're cute. This as well with the chipmunks. Lovely. More pattern pages. But yeah, these are big books, people. They've got like 90-ish pages. And also a lot of doubles like these. So they're a lot of work. So if you're not up for that, then maybe this is not for you. But you could always try. Like, look at it, how lovely it is. There are also quite a lot of simpler pages that you can find in them. So if you're scared, you can always try a simpler one. And then try a bigger one later. Like, again, postcards. Again, 2 pages of them. And that is everything I have for Kanoko Egusa. Adorable, don't you think? But yeah, they've got like around 90 pages each, which is a lot of pages for one book, in my opinion. Then the next artist that I have for you is Eriy. And I got How many books do I have for you? 4, 6, 7 so far. Yeah, I've got 7. I'm missing one of her normal books, which is Romantic Country, the third tale, because it's out of print at the moment. So I'm hoping for a reprint, and I keep my fingers crossed, because I can't justify buying it for a ridiculous amount. I just won't. I got a lot of books now from her, so I'm happy that I have those. And if I'm able to buy number 3, then I will be really happy. But if not, then so be it. This was a gift from Anita through a gift through Ko-fi. So I spent that money on this book. There are 88 pages in Romantic Country, the first tale. And this is all the Japanese version of all of them. You probably have seen these many of times, but I will still flip through them from beginning till end. And these are still uncolored, so they're brand new. I literally just gotten them shortly after, like before my birthday or after my birthday, like roughly, I think it was a little bit before my birthday, because I ordered them late December and they came in January somewhere, I think, or I ordered them in January. I don't know exactly. I know I ordered them at the end or beginning of the year, somewhere around that time, when I had a look of what I still wanted to order from Japan. And I combined it with an order for my sister as well, because she also wanted some Japanese books. So yeah, we bought quite a few books together. But I bought all of these Eriy books, and I love it. Look at these castles. This is my favorite page. Yes, I love the ones with the table. They're like in every book, I think there's one of them. This one with the bed is really cute as well. Yeah, like I only looked into Eriy's book like last out of my entire collection, because I was going artist by artist, and if I liked them, I bought more of them. And Eriy was the last one on the list to check out. So that is why I only just now gotten all of these books in my collection, because I couldn't make up my mind of what I wanted. Because I like too many in each book that I just bought all of them, because I know for sure if I don't, I will regret it later if they're all out of stock, you know, and not in print anymore. And I'm not unhappy with them. Like, at least I got now all of them and I won't have to regret anything. And I love that my name is in it as well, with the right spelling as well, like the French spelling. This one is being colored by My Colorful Country Life, and I love it. She did a chatty color along this time around, and she is trying to do that more often, but she has part 1 up on her channel right now. So if you're interested in that, go have a look, because I definitely loved seeing it. I might even do it the same as hers, but I first want to see how she ends up making the rest of the page before I decide if I want to follow it the same as she did or if I change some stuff up. So yeah, there are a lot of color alongs out there for this book, which I love, and I might follow some of them to get me going for this book, because yeah, I'm not really that used yet to this kind of book, so I still have to find my own way to color in them. And the only way to find out how you like to color a book is by doing it. And then you get the overview in the back. And then I think that is it for this part. And then we get a poster in the back, which I'm not going to show this time. Oh, am I? I am, because I'm doing a full book flip, don't I? Let's show it. I also showed this in my unboxing, but I will show it again, because nobody shows these, so I will show them. So this is what it looks like. It's quite big still. I think it's like a A2 size. Yeah, it's 2 times A3. So yeah, it's A2 size. It's pretty big, but it was stuck like with this paper, and you could like put it off, pull it off. And that is part of the Romantic Country books. So this is Romantic Country, the first tale by Eriy. Then I also have the second tale, which also contains a poster in the back. And this one I like a lot more than number 1, because it's more intricate, it's more details, and I really like that. But I like both of it, you know, I like the less complicated ones and the more complicated ones. This one was also a gift from my friend, Fungus Love Color on Instagram. So I also bought this with money that I got gifted from her. So yeah, let's flip through this one. I also did not start coloring in this one yet, because it was in the same order. So it's still uncolored, so it's brand new, and I love it. I love how intricate this like map is. It's like basically little snippets throughout the book that you have now in one page. So I will not color this one for like anytime soon, because I first want to do like the page that belongs with it, and then I might do the same colors on those buildings over here so that it matches with what I have in the book. Which I understand now why people did that, because I had no clue before. I really love that page with the girl on the bridge. I've seen many people do this double Christmas page this year. But yeah, mine is of course still uncolored because it's brand new. I might do that for Christmas at some point. Yeah, I love these books. Let's flip a little bit faster, because we're nowhere near through the books that I have. This is a long video, people. I hope you like it. I do. Like, my Asian books are my favorites. So I got many of them. A lot of them. But yeah, you can see that this one has a lot more detail. Like, this is just a mistake in my opinion. Like, I don't like it. It's like blown up. Like, kept it small, you know? Like, even if it only was like a circle like this big and everything else, just make a pattern around it, you know, added something to it, it would have been much better. But I don't like how blown up it is, because it doesn't fit with the rest of the book. The style is therefore like not the same. I love this page as well. And there's also a reprint in French from this book, which has this picture on the cover. And they also have a reprint for Romantic Country 1. It comes out on the 29th of January and it's on Amazon. So if you find Cozy Japan Eriy books, it's this one, so number 2, and the first tale. Just so you know. And this one has this picture on the front, and the other one has the one with the sheep, with the house in the background on the front. That's number 1. So it's not a new book. It's not a cozy book. It's just a reprint of this, but then in a French. Just so that you are aware that it's nothing new. Because I'm still hunting for number 3, but they did not release number 3 in French, unfortunately. I love her fairies. But I just wanted to say that, so that it's very clear for people watching this, that that is the case. So that they are not confused like I was, because I was hoping it was number 3. But then Jess from Coloring Bumblebee recognized the picture on the second book. I was like, yeah, that's the second tale, unfortunately. It's like, yeah, you're right. It also has the goose from like the same picture in the book. Like, oh. So I was disappointed. But yeah, at least now I know that it's not number 3. And then we get into the witch's wood or forest. So you get these pages with the witch. I like this double page. It reminds me of Harry Potter. So it would be a nice like October page. But yeah, this one is a lot more intricate than number 1, which I also like. I like both of them for different reasons. But yeah, all those books, look at them. They are like, I love them. Those pages are really cute. More books. Is this a double? Yes, it's a double. You see, it's like continuing. Oh, that's amazing. It's like a market. Love it. Yeah, I love it. And of course, my favorite of the entire book. The table page. Yeah, every time I see it, I just smile from ear to ear, because I love them with the table. Like every kind that she made, I love. She has plenty of them in her books, scattered throughout. Just like this, I love the balloon page. I know there's another one in a different book that is similar. And then we get the overview again. And then we also have a poster in the back of this one, which I forgot to show in my unboxing video. But I will show you it here, because this is a full flip. So this is the top of the thing. And again, you get the names of the characters. And then I'll show you the middle and the bottom. So yeah, it's the same paper as the book itself, and you get it in both Romantic Country 1 and 2. So I'm guessing that once they reprint number 3, it also will have a poster, because I know the other books don't have it, but the Romantic Countries does. So that is amazing. Then the first one that I have of the next series of her, which is the World series. It is like the World blah 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 every single time. So this one is World Heritage. That is the first one that came out in that series. And let's have a look. It also has less pages than the Romantic Country one, because the Romantic Country I think had 88 and these ones have 67. So, and they changed up like the way they show it. So you've got the overview in the beginning of the book. Did I forget? No, okay. Sometimes there's like a starter page in front of the intro, but now we've got it here. Okay, good. Good. So this is always the intro page with the main characters in the book, which I really like. You know, it's a nice starter page, nice and simple, not too complicated. And then kabang! There it is. Good luck. We start easy and then great straight away. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I love them. Yeah, that is sometimes what I think when I see that. Like, oh, this one is not too bad. And then you flip the page and there it is. Everything you didn't want. Or maybe you do want it, like I want it. But if you're expecting it to be easy, like the first one, like this one is quite okay, but then this one is rather complicated in comparison, then you might be overwhelmed straight away. Like, look at this. This reminds me of Harry Potter too, but I love the pages with the books. I really love them. There's even some fairy tales in this one, you see? This is the Bremer musicians or something like that. I don't know. I only know the Dutch name. Let's skip it. Doesn't matter. Everybody knows what it is probably. Yeah, I like them. Nice and busy page. I love these two. At first I thought it was a double, but it isn't. See, because there's a sky over here. But I love both of them. Yeah, really nice pages. Buildings. They're like the buildings that you find in Amsterdam next to the gracht. Like those are like the small rivers. They're not rivers. They're, yeah, we got our own names for all those things. We got grachten, sloten, and rivers as well. Like, it's all different because it's the size of the amount of water. They all have the different names, and where they're located also determines the names. Because we have a lot of sloten, which is basically like just water in between houses. But they can be pretty big, the same size as a gracht. But the gracht is in a city, basically. So yeah, that is the difference. This is the Dutch page. But yeah, I always find it funny when they make a page with those buildings. And people are like in awe of them. And I'm like, yeah, they're just buildings, people. And they're also built at an angle. Like, they're built like the Tower of Pisa, like a little bit angled forward. So they've got a slight angle like towards the street, so that people who wanted to break in couldn't climb. They couldn't climb it. That's why, to avoid them from climbing up. That's why they made it at an angle. But it's not that visible, but they definitely are at an angle. So if you are ever in Amsterdam and you're wondering, have a look. Yeah, those are only things that people who live in the Netherlands probably know. I don't know if like tourist guides will tell you that. No idea, actually. Never went on like one of those tours in the Netherlands. Like maybe a few times, but not in Amsterdam. Definitely not in Amsterdam, no. I used to study in Amsterdam, which was nice. Yeah, again, another beautiful air balloon page. I love it. And like the nice ending page again. I love these cozy scenes in the beginning and the end of the book. Like, she's literally reading a book for you probably, or telling her friend the stories that she's reading. And that's what the whole book is about. But again, we get some postcards in the back. Just like with the Kanoko books. You get some extras in the back, which I adore. And then, see, no poster for this one. But it does show you which books are out there, which is good. So this might not be the first one in the series, I guess. Maybe it was the last one, who knows. But it's World Heritage. Then next one in this same series is the World Fairytales and Beyond by Eriy, which I really like as well, because I love my fairy tales. Again, 67 pages. And I bought it with my birthday money from my nan. And again, the lovely intro page. I know Jess has done this one. It was one of her focus books because she was working in it with a group. So she did quite a lot of pages. So now you get the overview after the intro page. I prefer it when the intro page is behind these, like the previous one. But hey ho. There we go. Cinderella. She also colored these ones, and I really like her colors that she used, so I might copy them. Not sure yet. They are really pretty though. Like, look at that. She also used some lovely gold. Really lovely shiny metallic gold. I love these ones as well with the portraits on the wall. She also did these two. Snow White. I think it's a nice rendition of Snow White, you know, with the dwarfs. Nice Rapunzel page. And Rapunzel is the fairy tale for January for Color the Fairytales. But that's not all of it. We also get a double. So you might be able to do that one instead. I don't know if I get around to it this month, but I do love those pages. I know there's another page in this book that I adore. These are like my least favorites because it's so, yeah, just not my thing. There are too little stuff on the page, I guess. Like, this is better, but not like this. This is it. This is it. Ta-da! The 7 little goats, people. I adore this page. I've seen somebody color this one beautifully, and I loved it. I might look it up if I can find it back. I think I might have painted on Pinterest or something. Not sure, actually. Thumbelina. This is good for winter. The Little Mermaid with spooky fish and an eel. Yeah. The Match Girl. Yeah, that's a good one for later in the year. Aladdin with Jasmine, probably. And then Pinocchio. Hansel and Gretel, or yeah, I think so. Alice in Wonderland. Like, I love my tables, but this one is my least favorite of the tables. Let's just say it like that. I like Alice, but I don't like this page. It's okay, but it's no. It's a disappointment for me of the table pages. I will still enjoy them when I color them, but this one is one of my least favorite pages in the book. Because I just don't like the 3 pigs. But I will definitely color this one this year. Because I want to. Because then at least it's done. This one I don't mind that much. Even though I don't think it's interesting. But I have an idea for it. That's probably why I like it still. Wizard of Oz. The enormous turnip, probably. Because they're pulling at something with like veggies. So that might be it. I think that is also something that comes up this year for Color the Fairytales, if I'm correct. I don't know this fairy tale, but I will have a look later, you know, at all of them to see what colors are used for them. And then you always get like something like this, like a compilation page in the back, which I like, but it's very busy. So you might want to do parts of them while you color, for instance, Pinocchio, and while you color the Snow Queen, and, you know, like the little 7 goats. And then again, the lovely end page. I love these pages. These are my favorites. I love them. And then again, some postcards in the back, which I like. Lovely Alice in Wonderland one. And that is it for this one. So that is World Fairytales and Beyond by Eriy. We got 3 more from Eriy. So the next one is World Legends, Magic and Fairies by Eriy. And again, 67 pages. Yeah, that's a lot of pages. Again, a nice intro page. This is adorable. I've seen many people color this. And I'm thinking of doing like a lovely pink, orange, maybe some yellow gold in the background. Make it nice and warm. I think that would be wonderful for this one. Maybe some granulating watercolors, if it can handle it. I hope it can. Then we get the overview page. And then we start on the book. There we go. Fairies. A lovely seal. I like this one with the garden. Yeah, I love my castle pages. Love it with gardens, and it's just like a style, you know. These are good for Halloween. Like, you don't get a whole lot of good Halloween pages, but these definitely. Multiple even. Like, these one could also go for Halloween as well. These 2 I do not like, which I already explained in my video when I got these in my haul. This reminds me of Encanto. Yeah, with Mirabelle in the enchanted house. That's her brother Bruno. So I might color it like it. Not sure yet. I like her fairies. This one also reminds me of Encanto, like the sister. Yeah, really cute. I seen this one colored by, I think it was Shell. I'm not sure yet. I also seen this one colored a lot like last year on December month, which was really nice as well. Yeah, I like it. There's so many adorable details in this book. Not these two. Not for me. Not a fan of those. But this I like again. I really adore this page with the foxes or whatever they are. I just love it. Nice and royal, you know. Nice on the water page. I know that Jess did this one recently. She finally finished it after having it as a whip for so many months. Or even years. I've got no idea how long she took. But it took her a long time. I know that that's something that she said. This reminds me of Moana for some reason. It's probably the Maori or something from New Zealand that it's supposed to be. I like these as well with the scrolls. This reminds me a bit of her other book, where they travel across their countries. And again, the compilation page. And then another page, which is the end page instead of the table that we usually get, which I also like. And then some more extras in the back. You get the kitty again, which I love. And that's it for the Legends book. My sister really likes this one, but she doesn't own it yet. She might. She first wants to try a postcard book from Eriy to see if she likes it. So this is the last one for the World series, and it is World Literature. Open the door to your imagination. And I like this one as well. And I bought it also with birthday money from my nan. And I really like this picture. I really like it. So I might use some paint pens to color it. Oh, and of course we get a book page. Oh yes, I love it. And then you can mark off here what you colored, which is really handy in my opinion. I like that when you can mark it up in the book. And then we go. Here we go. The literature book. This one has a lot of different pages, like with animals like this, you know, and the main character are animals, which I like. Like this page I do not like at all. Don't know why. Just not for me. These are cute. I like the book page. I don't know who that is, but it's probably a soldier. Yeah, a lot of people on this page. Yeah, they're celebrating that man, so I should really look that up, what that is. This is a Beauty and the Beast page. I don't like it. I like this with the nutcracker and the mouse. This one is also a lot more detailed again. I love this double. The cute girl. Alice in Wonderland again. I really like it. It's like not that complicated. Same with this one with the mussels. So cute with the little faces. Adorable. And with the sheep behind the counter. I like it. Yeah. So cute. I adore it with all the other animals as well. It's just a little bit different than the other books. Like this is adorable. Stinking adorable. I love this double. Probably one of my favorites in the entire book. A doll page. I got some dolls as well that I got from my nan. I had some myself as well. They're on my cupboards here in the living room. I got about 6 of them. 3 on each cupboard. And then I got one more in my bedroom, like a big one that I got from my nan. They're really old dolls, but not the spooky ones, like the ones that came after it. So they're not as old as the oldest ones, because I didn't want them. They went to her sisters and other family members. But at least I got some from my nan, because she knew I loved them. So she made sure I was given some. I like that one as well. I always used to sleep in the guest bedroom, and all those dolls were displayed on the cupboards all around me. And I wouldn't sleep. I would look at the dolls instead. I was definitely not a doll person, but I loved looking at them. They were fascinating when I was young. I love this page as well. Yeah, and some more postcards in the back or something, you know. I don't know how you call these vignettes. I like maybe some tags for on presents. Who knows? I like it. And that is the last one from the World series. And then we got her newest book, which is The Magical Land of Lauramia. It's the first one in this like more smaller size format. The other ones were like a bit wider. So this one is a lot smaller. So in case you might want to test out Eriy's books, this one is pretty detailed, but it has 64 pages. And the paper is also a little bit different than her older books, but it's pretty good. So maybe you would like to try this one if you want a smaller format of Eriy books. Or the postcard book is also a good one to test out if you like Eriy's work. But this one is really detailed, so do keep that in mind. I adore this page. There's so many cute pages, like this with the art store, adorable. I've seen many people call that one already. I like that as well with the girl. This shop with like the Cinderella dress. That's what I call this, Cinderella with the grandmother. That's what I see when I look at this page. The for rent page. This is not one of my favorites. I don't know what to do with it. Same with this one. But I love this one and that one. Adorable. Like I see it as like as if it's a great mansion or a castle, you know, like that's what I like. I also like this page, but I'm not so much a fan of the left one. But they're all bottles with destinations in them basically. And then these ones are the ones that I did in October of last year. And I used some gold paint pen on this one, also on that side actually, on the chair. And also some white pen for covering up the lines so that you know they're ghosts. Same with the kitty on the lap. And I really like how they came out, but I just am not a fan of this page. Just the page itself, not how I colored it. I just don't like the page. So I prefer to just flip over it. This is adorable. Like a hairdresser for birds. Yeah, cute. There's a lot of witchy stuff in this one as well, which I adore. This then, with all the little fairy people, like, oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And books, or scrolls in this case, but I love them. Yeah, everything that I loved about our other books is in this one. I really like it. More birds. I love those birds. I don't know why, but I love them. This one is really cute as well. Really like it. More fairies. Cute, huh? Yeah, adorable. And then this is a sneak peek for January's finished page. This is a buddy with my friend Serenity Colors on Instagram. And there was also somebody else who joined me in this buddy, which is a girl on fire, something like that. I think I've written it down in my planner. But yeah, you will see that in my January completed pages. I used my Polychromos pencils for those. Really nice. Some Halloween pages, which I'm not a fan of. So this is my project for next Halloween, hopefully. I really like these. Even though it's steampunk, I'm usually not a steampunk fan. But like this, yes, I love it. Love it. There's so many cute pages in this book. But yeah, it's a lot more busy than most of her books. And then we get the overview in the back of the book this time. With bigger pictures, as you can see, than in the other books. And that is my watercolor test. So I already know that watercolor is not bleeding through. So I can use my watercolor. Which is a good thing. Because I want to do that. I really like that color scheme. So I might add that to that page that is in the book. So yeah, that is the last one that I have for you for Eriy. Alright, and now we are the next day. And I'm gonna continue doing our flip through of all my Asian books. Next up, we have the Tokimeku series in Kodawara. And they're basically like the same format, but the Tokimeku have like about 70 coloring pages, while the Kodawara only has about 40. So there's just less pages, but it looks exact same size, same format. So I count them all as one and the same. But this is the Polar Bear Adventure Cruise by Shiratori Yuki. And as you can see, I already colored quite a bit in it. And yeah, let's have a look. So we get some lovely pre-colored pages. Like, look, my book is being like letting go a little bit in the corner. Have to be careful. But yeah, there's so many like lovely samples in the beginning of the book, which I always adore. You even get one here as well, a smaller one, but it is one. Oh my god, that's my dishwasher. I hope you don't hear that. I love these, so I really hope I will get around to some of those in the winter season, because this year I did these for December as a body, this one, and then I also did that one at the same time, and I wanted to use the same colors. So yeah, I love this book so much. There's so many cute animals. Like, look at that. There's so many animals that you lose count every single time. I tried to count them because somebody was saying like, oh, I got so many animals left. So I was counting and I lost count twice, so I gave up. But yeah, look how cute they are. Like, look at that. They're going on this adventure, going from island to island basically. And every island has its own theme, it seems like, which is really cute. Like, this is more like a jungle island. So I already done this one, and I tested out my open stock pencils that I bought last year. So that's how I colored these, by just testing them out. This was actually, I think, the first page that I've done, and I've done them mostly with Polychromos pencils. But I was inspired by, I think, Shell's Coloring or Coloring with K, either one of those two channels, who actually did like the pink trees. And then I didn't see the picture in the front of the book. I only saw that later, but I really liked it. I only changed up the mountains in the background, but I really like how it came out. It's one of my favorite pages in the book. Yeah, these books are my absolute favorite, and I love them, even though they're like from different illustrators. So each book has a different illustrator, which is nice because you've got variety then. I love this page as well. All the mushrooms. Yeah, look at that knitting. And then we get a Halloween chapter. So I did this one for last Halloween, and I really like how it came out. Like, at first I had it a lot darker, but it didn't fit the vibe I was going for. So I erased it, started over, and that's how it came out. I really like it. Nice and some softer colors basically, not too hard. Because I had it quite dark and it just didn't work. Especially not with all the like lovely colors that I've used on the other pages in the book. I wanted to keep it in the same style. Like, look at this. Crystals galore. If you want to practice, you can go nuts on that one. Same with these two. Yeah, there are some pretty intricate pages in this one. Especially that crystal page. Even I'm like... That is a big project. Well, I love my doubles. Like, look at this. This is adorable. I have got more of these kind of spreads in the Tokimeku books, and I'm definitely planning on doing some of them maybe for May, for Mermaid this year. Because look at this. This is also amazing to do for Mermaid. All those lovely fishies. Even more fishies. You see? So many choices. So even if I don't want to do a double, I can always do a single. Really cute. Yeah, I love it. I also love these ones in the clouds with all the stars. It's just nice, you know. Like, this is a buddy that I did with Color and Create with Jana, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yes. And I couldn't decide which color I wanted, so I just used all of them, basically. Every single color I had in my cup, I used them. But I think it turned out wonderfully. But yeah, you can see all the islands over here that they visited, basically. So this is like the roadmap that they took, which is a bonus page, which I really adore. It's a nice bonus page to have. And here are some more pictures from the same, and one extra page in the back, which is also a bonus page, and that's it. And then you get like these little pictures in the back with the index basically of everything that's in the book, and that's it usually. Yep, see? And then usually they show you some other books that are also available in the same series. So these are the Tokimeku books, and this is a Kodawara. It also says it over here, so that's good to know. But yeah, that is Polar Bear Adventure Cruise, which I love. That is definitely high up in my rank and rate series for the Tokimeku that I did last year. I will link that one up in the eye over there, so you can watch it if you haven't seen it yet. this is actually the newest one that I own from the Tokimeku series. And it's a traveling animal band. And I did not write the translation yet, but I know the name, so I probably don't need to. As you can see, I only did one page so far, which was a buddy with coloring Bumblebee. And we will be buddying in February for the other page. And look at these adorable sample pages. Like, I love that bunny. The duckies, like, it's cute. I really like this color scheme, so I might want to use it throughout the book. I actually used most of those colors as well on the page that I did. Because I like having a theme in a book, like a certain type of color, you know. I really like them. This is also one that Jess did, and I loved it. So yeah, I might recreate that as well. Who knows? But yeah, this is a little bit different than most of the books we've seen before. Let me put it a bit more in frame for you, like something like this. Yep. But yeah, basically it also goes through seasons. So this is the one that I did as a buddy with Jess from Coloring Bumblebee in November of last year. And for February, we're gonna try to do this side of the book. So I can finally finish my spread, people. Woohoo! Yeah, that makes me really happy. I can't believe I resisted not coloring that one yet. So yeah, I'm happy that we're deciding to buddy on that one for February. Then that will be done. And look at these lovely double pages. I love my double pages. They're my favorite thing to do, which you probably all know by now. Like, even if it's not a double, I love to do like both sides in a book so that you've got a cohesive color palette throughout. This is absolutely adorable. Even though a windmill doesn't look like that, but hey ho, I still like it. I like the tulip field, and you can really color that really nicely. So yeah, I love it. This is the sample page, and I just love the cute little bunny. I just love it. So I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, there's also a lot of food and a lot of buildings in this book, which I usually am not a huge fan of, but the way it's used in this book, I actually like it, you know, like with all the flowers. Yes, it's a building, but it has a lot of flowers, and I love my flowers. And then we have another scene. Like, look at that glorious tropical island feeling. Yeah, it's a different book than the other ones that we've seen from Tokimeku. So if this is more your cup of tea, then you know what to get. Like, every artist has their own style, and some I prefer more than others. But this is like different. It feels different to the other ones. And I like it. I love this one as well. Even though buildings, or marketplaces I should say. But yeah, I still like it a lot. I think it's the combination of the characters with the items. I really like these vignettes as well. Like the smaller ones, which is nice. Like little photographs. And then we get the bird pages. You see, many bird pages. And one with all of them together, the food that they're eating. Like, coloring food like this in a scene, together with a nice one next to it, I don't mind at all. But if I just had food on its own, I don't like it as much. So I think this illustrator does really a good job with like spreading the love. And this is my absolute favorite of the entire book. You know why, like all the animals. And it's cute. Yes, they're buildings, but there's also greenery around. Yeah, you can really make this really nice. Same with this. I think the little photographs. And then these are bonus pages, which I really like. I wish they would have been bigger, like that these were all like full spreads. Because they're adorable. Look at them playing cards. Yeah, they're lovely. But this could be a good thing to do if you want to just practice. Like, look at them reading a storybook. I would love to see these ones like as big pages. But yeah, they're good bonus pages basically. Usually the bonus pages are a bit crap. Like, not nice. Let's just say it like that. And yeah, that is basically it. So now we get like the overview of the pages. And then you get a little bit more over here usually with colors. So that could inspire you as well. Like, these two are already in the book. But sometimes there's even another page on the back that you could look at that is colored. And you also have this one, of course, for inspiration. I adore it. Yeah, I love the use of the red with the green. And I'm probably gonna try to use that throughout the book. If I succeed, that will be wonderful. Then the next one in the Tokimeku line is The Cat's General Store and the Magic Key by Moko. And it's about this lovely cat with his weasel friend. And yeah, these are my colors that I'm using for my characters. So I've done 6 pages so far in this one. And I thought I didn't like this book as much, but you will see why. Like, I love these 2 characters. So every page that has them in them, I'm adoring. Like, look at this, how colorful. I love this color scheme. I might even replicate it because I love it that much. But the reason why I'm not such a huge fan of this book specifically is because of all the doors that are in this book. There are a lot of filler pages, as I call them. Like, this is what I love, the real illustrations with those characters, you know. This is also still fine. This was a buddy with my sister in December, because we were doing all the character pages in the books that she owned, and we like to both do both sides, so that's what we did. I really like it. But yeah, there's a lot of pages that are involved about these doors or keys, and like then you don't get the characters most of the times, and I'm not a huge fan of those doors. I like this. This is cute, you know. You've got a mouse, you've got some nice decoration around the page. I no problem with this. Like, look at this lovely double page spread. I adore this. This is what I love about the book. This is also fine, you know. There is a nice combination, so I love to color both. Same with this one, no problems with that at all. Like, but there's always like a nice illustration with like clutter next to it, basically. But this kind of clutter I can handle. But those doors, they're just boring. Like, look at this, a double with 4 doors. This was the first one that I actually did in the book in March of last year. And I did not like those pages, but I enjoyed coloring them. So that is something that has to be said. I did enjoy coloring them, but I'm glad it's done. Because I don't like doors. Like, yes, they're intricate doors, but I just don't like them. And I think that is why I had such a negative feeling about the book up till this point. But look at that. It's so adorable. Look at that. With the library behind them. Some apples, produce like pears. Very cute. I did this one as a color along on my channel. So you can find that under the Cat's General Store playlist, if you would like to color along. I always do chatty flip or chatty color alongs, in case you're wondering. So I explain what I do, and usually I tell about my day or my week or what I'm up to. So if that is something you're interested in, then maybe you can check out one of my color alongs. See if you like it. It's basically like a color and chat with instructions, basically. And explanations and tips and tricks. So if that is something that you might like to see, you can always have a look. And if not, we're still good friends. Yeah, some people just don't like it, and that's okay. Like, look at that. Nuh-uh. I don't like it. I probably want to color them sooner than later, all those door pages, just so that I've got those done. Because I always like to do one page that I really love and one that I like less. Look at this. This is adorable. This is one of my favorites in the book. Look at that. Oh, so cute. Like, I like those ribbons around their necks. They all have it. Like, it's such a cute element. I love it. But yeah, I always try to do 2 pages at the same time. And usually I try to pick one that I like and one that I don't like. But for these, most of the times they're already like one that I like less with one that I really like. So I can just do both at the same time. I don't really have to look for them. And then we get some bonus pages. This is exactly what I mean. You get like pages that are not really pages. Like, these are more like note cards. And then a crafting thing. You can, like, it's an instruction on how to make a jar with like a picture inside, I think. And then the index again, but I'm not going to show you the index because that's boring. So let's move on to the next book, which is actually a Kodawara officially, which is this one. This is by Makiko Inatome, and it's called Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends. It's the same illustrator as the one with the mouse, like the Fieldmouse Yururi, that we all know and love. So this is a Kodawara version from the same artist. And there's only 44 pages, as you can see. So that is the difference with a Kodawara or a Tokimeku. Like, this is the mouse book that I'm talking about. That is from the same illustrator. So yeah, I've done 2 pages so far because for whatever reason, I've got a hard time coloring in this book. And I don't know exactly why. I think it's the wreath shape that has like repeating elements that I'm not a huge fan of. But I really like the animals in it. And that what makes up for it, I guess. But it still is a tough one for me. So I decided to only do 1 page at a time to make it easier on myself. And that did help. But this will be a book that I probably will be coloring with my sister somewhere like next year probably. Because this year we're still coloring in the Yururi book together. And then we switch it out for this one. But I did this page first in March of 2025. I was a bit too early for Easter, but I couldn't wait. And I want to color an Easter page. So I did. So I started with this one with my Polygrammus pencil. And I loved it. But I did not go back on until like months later to color in this book again. And yeah, that I don't know why. Like this is cute, you know, but I don't know why it doesn't pull me in. That I don't feel like coloring in it. Like I don't have the same feeling as I have with my other Tokimeku books. That I'm just like, oh, I want to grab this one because I want to color in it now. Like this one, the itch is not there. Like at least not all the time. Like with the other ones, I can always color in them. And always be happy. But with this one, I have to be in the mood. And I don't know why. Like I prefer pages like these that are like actual scenes over the ones with the wreaths. And I think that is my problem with this book. That I'm just not a fan of wreaths. And yeah, that is something you have to experience to know. So this is the other page that I did in this book. Which was a buddy with Jess from Coloring Bumblebee in October. And I really like how it came out. But again, this is not a wreath. It's an illustration, a storybook page basically. And it was also my favorite page of the book. So I was like, yeah, let's just try it, you know, see how I like that one. And I loved it. It was a really nice experience. And I like that I went for a more blended look on the mushroom and so on. So I did a lot more layers than I usually do in these books. And I loved it. So maybe that's a trick for this one. Just take your time, you know, and enjoy them. Instead of thinking that you have to do A, B, C. Like, no, if I just want to do that one and not that one, it's fine too. Like, if that solves my issue and I still enjoy myself, then why not, you know? But you see, that is everything that you get. So you only get like 44 pages in total. So if you were planning on maybe trying one of these and you don't want to fully commit to a full Tokimeku book, then maybe you should look at the Kodawara series and see if there's something for you. Because there are more coming out in that same series on Amazon Japan. So yeah, maybe that is maybe something for you to try instead of like books like these that have a lot of pages. So this was one of the earlier releases from the Tokimeku, which is Rabbit's Fairy Tale Fantasy Coloring Book by Kotoli. And this one is actually one of my sister's favorites and one of my least favorites. Because of all the smaller elements in the book. I'm just not a huge fan of those. I prefer normal scenes. But there's a lot of like small victory style pages like these, you know, with smaller elements. And it's cute, but I prefer pages like these. And there's a lot less of them in this book. So yeah, it really depends on what you prefer to color. If this is a book for you, yes or no. I still love it. Otherwise I would not own it. And I love coloring in it as well. Like this is like totally up my alley. So this was the first page that I did in this book. And I used my Polygrammus pencils. And I really like how soft I made it. Like this lovely soft pastel look. Without too much shading. And I love it. Yeah, that is like the style that I love for this book. Because of like the fairy tale look. Because there's a lot of fairy tale like pages. Like look at them dressing up. Yeah, that is a cute page. But you see, there's a lot of small elements, like an element. And that is what is holding me back from coloring in this book. So therefore, like my sister loves this, so I will definitely color in this more now that she also owns it. Because we will be buddying in it together. But yeah, this is definitely more sketchy. Like this is the double page that we're doing for this month of January. But as you can see, I haven't started yet. That's like my last buddy on my list. That I still want to complete this month. So that is my next project. I probably will start on it like maybe tomorrow or I don't know, maybe. This is one I absolutely don't like. I don't like how I colored it, but I just picked a few colors and I was just spreading it about, but it turned out hideous. I don't like it. I don't like the combination. No, it's just, I'm not feeling it. And I don't know why. It's just too much. I think maybe I should have left some colors out. Maybe that is the problem. Not sure. I just didn't have a great day and I messed it all up. Yeah, this I don't like either. That the line work is much thicker than the rest. So yeah, not one of my favorites. But yeah, you can see why this is one of my least favorite books, because it has a lot of small victory pages. So you could do it element by element, but I adore these with the stitching and the thread, because I do cross stitching myself. So I love pages that are like involved with that hobby. Really cute. Like, look at them doing embroidery as well. Really cute, or quilting. I'm not sure what they are doing. But yeah, they're cute, but different. You see? There's also a pretty simple style. But maybe this is like easier for people who want to get into these books. Like, look, you can just tackle one of these, you know, and call it done for the day. But that is exactly like why I don't like it. And my sister loves it. But they're cute, you know. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy myself in this, but yeah, I'm just not completely convinced that it's up like my thing. Like, if there's another one of this, I might think twice before I buy it. But they're adorable. Like, look at that. Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely double for Christmas, which I love. And then these are the bonus pages. This is like a crafting project. See, these bonus pages are crap. I don't like them. Like in other books, they're really nice. So that is everything for the bunny book. But yeah, it's definitely lower on my list to color in, because it's not really my thing. But then, to make it a contrast even bigger, this is my favorite book out of my entire collection. And this one is like hyper detailed. It's really detailed. So if you don't like details book, this is not for you. It is by Mona and it's called Friendly Squirrels and the Residents of Antique Town. And it's about this brother and sister who are delivering packages for their mom's store, their mom and dad's store. And I've only done three pages or 2.5. Maybe that's a whip, I don't know. Because it's not fully colored in. It might be a whip, I don't know. Maybe not. Let me see. So yeah, you get, again, lovely sample pages in the beginning of the book, which are adorable. But yeah, you can immediately see that this style is way more complicated. I actually translated all of this, like, because it was one of the first ones that I bought. And then afterwards I was like, yeah, hell no, I'm not doing that again. But these are all translated. So this is the page that I did as my first page in this book. And I used watercolor to base it. And because I used watercolor, I was afraid it might bleed through. I did it on this page, because if this has bleed through, I don't care. So that's why I did it on this one. And it actually worked really well, as you can see, and it did not bleed through at all. The page is also not buckled. It looks really smooth now. And I did colored pencils on top, the polychromos pencils, and I really like it. But I have not done the character page yet, so that might be something that I would like to do sooner than later. We also get this really complicated map with all the places in the book. So like there's names in English as well of what is what, which I really like. So we get some buildings, which is definitely not my favorite to do. And they're really intricate ones as well. But I love these squirrels. Look at them. Their mom sending them out to bring some packages to people. They're adorable double page spreads, but really intricate, as you can see. And that's what I love about these. I love how intricate they are. That is my preference compared to the one that we just saw. This is more up my street, basically. Especially the outside scenes like these, you know, with the flowers. And like, I love that. I love some nature, like a garden. I used to have a vegetable garden myself when I was still a lot healthier. And not ill and not in a wheelchair. Yeah, I used to love being outside. Clock page. Yeah, I love this. This is more like a cat family. it seems like. Yeah, really adorable. Look at that. Oh, is that about the Lunar New Year? Maybe. That could be a good one for February if that's the case. I have to keep that in mind. I should look it up, like what they do with Chinese New Year. Because I have no idea actually. I'm not that familiar with it. So maybe that can count for that. This is actually a color along on my channel with watercolor as a base and then with colored pencils on top. But unfortunately, part 2 had no sound because I messed up somewhere with the editing. So you can see all the colors on the screen in the corner, but it will be completely muted, the whole video for part 2. Part 1 is with talking, but part 2 is completely mute, in case you are wanting to see this one. So yeah, that is how I like to color in this book. Do watercolor first and then pencils. This is actually a page that I want to do for this month. And it's also one of my favorites in the book. And if I get around to finishing that, I might also want to do that because I like to do 2 at the same time. But again, because this book is so detailed, I might want to switch that to only 1 at a time, because then I can take my time with the one I'm actually doing. So that might be a change for this one because it's so intricate. And I think that might suit me better. I also saw somebody color this one and it was gorgeous. So I said, I might recreate it. And she said, go for it, she said. So I was like, yes. So I saved the picture because I loved it that much. Because I had no idea how to tackle that one myself. So I've got now an inspiration picture from somebody else. I love seeing other people's pages from this book. So it makes me like inspired to color more in this one. Because I have to say, I did not color that much in this one yet. Because I was saving it, you know, because it's my favorite. And I shouldn't be saving it, because if it's your favorite, you should color in it even more, I think. But yeah, then it's done sooner, you know what I mean? But what I'm talking about, there's 70 pages. And look at this one. That's going to take you a whole month probably to finish. If you really want to do it justice, it's going to take you forever to finish. So cute. Like, look at that with the blossom. I love it. And then even the bonus pages are amazing. Look at these animals with these dresses. This is like completely up my alley. Everything I love about animals with cute dresses is this. And there are many more, you see. I just have to laugh every time with a big smile on my face when I see those pages. Yeah, and that's it. So then you get the index again, you see. So yeah, this is my favorite book in my collection, and I really am hoping that I will do it justice and color in it more this year, because it definitely deserves it. And that is why it was also on my plans for January, because I wanted my favorite book in my birthday month in my plans. So it will always be colored in January at the very least. So this is another book from the Tokimeku series, which is called Midnight Tea Party with Stuffed Animals by Pogi. And it's about a boy who gets like a mouse for his birthday every year that he grows older. And as you can see, I've done 5 pages so far in this book. And I've got all my colors saved here. And you might wonder, what is this thing that you have in all your books? That is me writing down which pages I am not a huge fan of. So I know which ones I don't like. And I also got them marked with this pink color in my schematic. So those are the ones that I'm not a huge fan of. So I try to do those earlier than later. And the gold ones are my favorites. So that is how I usually show that in my schematics. So I know which ones I want to focus on. But yeah, this boy gets a mouse every time he grows 1 year older. So there are now 6 mouses, because it's his 6th birthday. So here's the boy sleeping with his dog. And here are all the mouses that he has gotten over the years. So now he's 6 years old. And we're going like on a dream journey or something with the mousies that are doing all kinds of stuff. Like, look at that. I love this page. So you see, the mouses are doing all kinds of stuff in his absence. Cleaning up. It's adorable. It's like a nice idea. Like, they remind me of like Cinderella, you know, with the mousies doing everything. I think that's why I like it so much. But yeah, I thought I had a hard time coloring in this one, but it actually turns out I don't. It's just like, I don't know what it is. Like, I thought I didn't, but I actually do love it when I am coloring in it. So yeah, maybe it was just like the idea, because I didn't like the bunny pages, that this might be the same you know, because it's roughly in the same style. But it isn't. It is not the issue at all. I actually enjoy it very much. Where are my colored pages, people? Like I had some in the beginning, but where are the other ones? Maybe they're more in the back. I know I did some. Look at that. I love this one as well. You're looking from above. Picnic. Gorgeous. Yes, I love them. There are definitely some more intricate pages like this and less complicated ones as well. Oh, there we have one. I did my watercolor on this one and shiny one as well. So it's like completely shiny. All of this is shiny. And also the clouds and the magic. And yeah, I just adore it. But I was supposed to do both sides, but I was not feeling great because I was ill. So I only end up doing this one. And my first plan was actually not to color these, but to color these two. But I was like, yeah, no, I don't know what to do. So I switched the page and I was like, yeah, let's do that one instead. Nice and easy. So that is why I colored that one instead. Because that was not the plan. But sometimes you have to change your plan if you're not feeling the best. This was my first page, I think I did in this one. And I used my Ohuhu pencils. The Ohuhu Halawa. To color both of these. And I really like how it came out. Really, it fits the style of the book, in my opinion. I really like it. So I might use my Ohuhu pencil more in this book. But who knows? Because I also did my polygomos in the beginning of the book. I really like that page. And that's it already. Then he's like asleep again. And we get some bonus pages, which I again don't like. So yeah, these are cute though. And that is cute. Like the little scenes with the mousies, that's cute. And an extra birthday cake page, which I love as well. So yeah, that is everything from the midnight tea party with stuffed animals. So yeah, they're basically having a birthday party with the boy in the middle of the night. With all the toys that he's gotten over the years. Which is a really cute idea. Then the next one in my Tokimeku collection is A Fairy Tale Journey with Little Friends in the Forest by Sayuri Kobayashi. And it's about these characters that are basically like reading fairy tale books and they're like acting as if they're the characters in those fairy tales. So as you can see, I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pages last year. And that is because I was doing a lot of these pages for the Color the Fairy Tale hashtag by Jordi Colors, which he is also continuing in 2026, which I'm really happy about because I love my fairy tales. So yeah, I've done the first 2 pages, which are these ones, where you see them picking up their book and starting to read it, which is like the prologue, as you can see. So I really like this one. I did this for Color the Fairy Tales in September of last year. And then it starts, and we're getting chapter 1, and then we get fairy tale after fairy tale. So you start with, what is it, Red Riding Hood or something? I guess, yeah, with the wolf. Really cute pages. And you get like all kinds of fairy tales. And I don't know all of them, but it's adorable. It's one of my favorite books. I really love this page. But yeah, look at that with the wings. Yeah, adorable. I love it. I think it might be Thumbelina, that one. Yeah, the Bremen friends. Love them as well. They're just adorable. Like this is the enormous turnip, I think. So yeah, that might be an option for this year's Color the Fairy Tales. Because I know that is one of the month's theme. Like look at them being the little dwarfs from Snow White. So cute, you know. Like all of these characters come back in all of those stories. So here we've got Hansel and Gretel. Which of course I did for Color the Fairy Tales in August. Because the prompt was sweets. And there's lots of sweet treats on the page. I have no idea what these pages, what that page is supposed to be. That one I was supposed to color, but I wasn't feeling it, so I skipped it. So I might go back in and color that still, you know, because I passed it. This could be good for Puss in Boots. Yeah, there's so many lovely pages. Aladdin. I love my fairy tales, so that is probably also what helps me color more in this book, because I prefer them. Like this, I've got no clue what it is, but like there's a name, so I could like look it up. Same with this, I can look it up, because it's definitely not a European thing. It's probably something from Japan or Korea. And then we get some lovely Halloween pages, which I adore. There are only a few of them, but still, really cute. The Alice in Wonderland pages, which I did for the November Met Tea Party as a buddy with my friend, Serenity Colors. It was her first buddy, and we did this one, and she did a great job. Like, she was so proud that she finished her page in time, and I was too. I was surprised how fast she actually was in the end, and we have done a few buddies since. So yeah, we have also done a buddy this month, which I really enjoyed as well. Yeah, I love my buddies. They keep me going. And even though I plan a lot sometimes, my buddies always come first. Like, my book is a little bit damaged, so it has like it's like ripped up till this point. Because I had a little accident. Because I used my watercolor on this one, on the Cinderella page. Like, look, it's all shiny. Everywhere on the page is shiny. Everywhere, basically anywhere there's like glitter. But it was wet, and I had it like lying down on my table like this, and my cat jumped up the page and like fell off the desk with coloring book and everything. So she ripped my page up till here. There's some damage from her paws on top because the paper rubbed off, and my whole mat has like 2 of these giant scratches as well. But she was holding on for dear life, the poor thing. Luckily, she's okay. But yeah, my page is like a bit damaged because of that. But it's still going, you know. Like, it's not out of the book. Still salvageable. So I did this one for Beauty and the Beast in June of last year for Color the Fairytales. I did not write the hashtag down, but I know it was for Beauty and the Beast. Because I really enjoyed doing this page. I think it was the first one that I actually did in the book. Because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite fairy tale. And then we get these lovely bonus pages. Like, they're actual pages. Look at these. Like, if you do a bonus, do it good. And they're doing it good. Like, they're cleaning up, you know, after their story time. Look what a mess they made. So yeah, they're cleaning up afterwards. Making food, because now they're hungry from all the fun they had. And they've got a little bit more fun in the bathtub. But yeah, and then you get actually the characters in from the book itself, which I did not even know was in there until I saw Jess flip through it. But you see, they're actual pages, the bonus pages, which is amazing. So yeah, all the pages you can color. And I love this book. I'm sure I'm going to color many more in this one this year for Color the Fairytales. Then I've got 2 more Tokimeku books to show you, and one of them is The Bear in the Wonderful Town. I think this was one of the first ones that came out as well. And this one is by Nakauchiwaka. And there's also a new one coming out from the same illustrator this year. I think it's March or April, but it's a Kodawara one. So it has less pages, but it's from the same illustrator. So keep an eye out, because there's a new one coming from this illustrator in case you like it. I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 pages so far in this book, because I was buddying with this one with my sister, because it was her first book that she bought from the Tokimeku series, and she loves it. So again, we get lovely sample pages in the beginning of the book, with some instructions, and then it starts. Like, these is my my paper with my colors for the characters. So we done this as a buddy in November, because we did all the character pages, but you've got also them in their PJs further down in the book. So yeah, they've got their like during the day outfit and their nighttime outfits, which I really like. I used my Ohu pencils for those. But yeah, you can see this has its own style again. It's really intricate, it has a lot of details, but it's really fun to do. This was the first body that I did with my sister, but it was for this page only. But I did both to test my supplies. As you can see, that's really colorful. And I did enjoy myself, like especially with those little stamps on the side. But yeah, this year we are taking a little break from this book because she has 5 books. And like 5 books divided by 12 months is not really happening. But 12 divided by 4 is 3 times. So that works. We can call it 3 times in her other books because she's got 4 other Tokimeku books. So that is the plan for this year. And then next year we will have another look at our collections and what she wants to do then. Because we have a lot more books now that we both own. Like, look at them. those squirrels. I love it, like having all those little animals on the side in those houses. Yeah, it's so adorable. I really like this page. Same with this one. So detailed, but amazing. I don't like buildings, but with this one, it doesn't bother me at all. But this does bother me. I don't like it. Just elements, you know? Not a huge fan. This one I did as well with my sister as a buddy in October of last year. And I used the same color palettes on both sides. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. It's all Ohuhu pencils for this book, because I like how they look in this style of illustrations. But yeah, you see how detailed? That's why a lot of people are afraid to color in it. But yeah, we've colored quite a bit. I did these two actually before my sister got the book. So I did these on my own with my Ohuhu pencil. I started with this one and then I was like, well, let's do that one as well, you know? I didn't even notice that the bears are actually right here in the door opening. I didn't even see them until I was coloring everything. And then I was like, oh shoot, they're bears. Because I wasn't planning to color the bears just yet. I just wanted to have a start in the book. But yeah, it's adorable. I really like this book. Look at this, with all the animals out of the windows. So cute. Yeah, I love it. Like this page, these two, my sister doesn't like. But I don't really mind it, you know. She just doesn't like it. So we probably will do this one sooner than later. Which is fine by me. She decides what we color in our buddy books. And I just go with it. You know, as long as we color some of it, I'm happy. And then we have the party, I think. Yeah, they're dressing up for the party now. So now we have no clue who is who, basically. Or at least I don't. And there they are. We might be able to figure it out by looking at the previous page. But all their friends are coming. I really like this page. This is a good one for Space Timber. And then look at this. A giant party with all the animals. Like, oh, so cute. And oh my goodness. Like, this is just everything I want in a book. Everything I want. Yeah, this not so much. But this is again really cute. Like the pictures that I've taken. This was our Space Timber page for last year. And I also did it for Color the Fairytales. Because they had a star, the Star Child, I think, as a team. And I did the star prompt. So yeah, that was also a buddy with my sister. So yeah, we've colored quite a bit in this book. And then you get bonus pages, which are not that interesting. But I did use this one as a tester page for my pencils to see which pencils I like in this book. And yeah, it's not the worst coloring, but it's done because I don't like them. So it's a nice testing page. And that is everything for the Bear in the Wonderful Town. So keep your eyes open for a new one for this one, because it's coming up. Then next and last for the Tokimeku is this one, which is also one of my favorite books from the Tokimeku. I think it's in my top 3. And it's a Fieldmouse Yururi travel sketchbook by Makiko Inatome. This was one of the first ones that came out, if I'm correct. Yeah, you see? There are only a few in the inside of the cover. Done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pages in it last year. So that's quite a bit. So in this one I call it quite a lot more than I did in the Wreaths book from the same illustrator. Because this fits more my style with the whole illustrations than the Wreaths apparently. It's really an adorable book. And I think a lot of you guys like it too. I use watercolor on these pages, my Paul Rubin, and then I use my Polychromos pencils on top. And I like the look of it. It really fits the style. So that is how I love to color in these books, or in this book specifically. But yeah, it's basically about this mouse that is going on her or his journey and making sketches from everything that she sees. You see? Taking a sketchbook. This was the first one that I did, and back then I did not have my Paul Rubin watercolor yet. I only had my old set, but it felt really chalky afterwards, like that paint. So I ditched it and I bought a new one because I didn't like how it looked. And it was pretty crap anyway. It was like a really cheap set and it was not nice at all. You couldn't mix your own colors because the pigment was not pure enough. So it was just crap basically. And I like to mix colors myself. Like, look at this. I love these pages. The outdoor pages. There are lots of them. Look at them having a picnic. So cute, you know. There's also some simpler pages in it. For the people that are maybe a bit intimidated by the big doubles. There are also some simpler ones. But yeah, it's a cute book. I did quite a bit of pages as buddies with other people. The next one was actually a buddy with Sophie's coloring journey for September. But of course I did both pages at the same time. And I was actually inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest that had like this yellow plane. And I used a lot of the same colors, but I changed it up a little bit. So this one has the same colors as that. But I really like it, you know. It's really pretty. So yeah, I did not make it all up myself. It was actually inspired by somebody else. This is such an adorable page and perfect for autumn. I did this one as a buddy with the art of Momo. And she did a fabulous job on hers. I still love it. But I am always going for this soft, watery color look. And I like it. I like to keep my books in the same style throughout. So that is what I'm doing. This was a buddy with Color and Create with Jana in November of last year, which I adore as well. Again, watercolor as a base and pencils on top. Yeah, I really like it. I really like how they came out. So yeah, a lot of buddies in this book. This is actually a color along on my channel. This one is for the Tiny Little Christmas Countdown 2025 of last year. And this one is just for Tiny Little Christmas 2025. So there are two separate color alongs. This is just a countdown, which I will also do this year in December for everybody that doesn't have a whole lot of time. So they can do a countdown advent calendar, and they can do it whenever they feel up for something. Even if they only have 10 minutes, you can just do one tiny thing. And then this one will be a separate color along, which I probably will also do for next year. Just pick just a random page in any book that I own and do it for Tiny Little Christmas as a special for Christmas, basically, which I adore doing. But that was all with my Polychromos pencils and some paint pen, because I didn't want to use the watercolor because not everybody is up for that, especially not during Christmas time, because it is taking a lot more time. I love this one as well. I wanted to keep it simple for everyone, so it's more accessible for everyone to follow along. And then, yeah, you get some bonus pages, but they're not that interesting. And that is everything for the Tokimeku series, people. Yeah, there are a lot of them. I'm only missing like a few. I think I missed the Japanese scenes with the rabbits, you know. Rabbits and nostalgic scenes, I think it's called. And I'm missing a Kodawara as well. I'm not sure which one, but and there's another one by Mona, but that one has only buildings, and I don't like it because I'm not a huge fan of buildings, and there are no animals in it either. So then we get another series, basically, because there are multiple in this line now, and they're all by, I think they're all by different illustrators. Not all of them are the same illustrator. Like this one and the next one are the same illustrator. But the next one that I've got recently is by a different one. So, but it's by the same publisher, basically. I call this one Secret Invitation, but the real name is Friends in the Fairytale Forest Full of Flowers by Natsuki. And it's an adorable book. It is like a square size, big format. And I've done 5 pages so far. Amongst this mouse page, which was a buddy with my friend last year, which I really adore. And I would like to keep these colors throughout the chapters, because there's chapters for each basically animal, because the first ones are all mouses. There's about this family of mousies, and I love it. So this I did by myself, and I think my friend also did it later, but it was not a buddy at first, at least. But I wanted to do 2 other ones before I allowed myself to do this one, because this is my favorite chapter in the book. And Jess from Coloring Bumblebee actually did this chapter last year, and they did like one double for every 2 months, basically. And they're doing the same for the next chapter. So they finished all of these, and now they are working on the bunny chapter. So this is chapter 2, story 2, and it's all about these lovely bunnies. So they take 2 months per page. So this was the January spread / February, and then this is for March / April, and so on and so forth. So they're hoping to finish this chapter in 2026. But the problem with that for me is that these are my favorite chapters. The first 3 chapters in this book are my favorite. And I don't want to like completely fill up all my favorites first and then be left with the ones I like least. This is story 3 with the chipmunks, which I adore. They're so cute. Look at them preparing all the food for the party. Yeah, really cute book. But the paper is really like nice quality. It has a bit more texture than most, but still smooth enough that you can use almost anything. It's just like a matter of testing it out. But I used watercolor in this and it works fine. Then we get this story with the fox and a dog, if I'm correct. Or a cat and a dog. I think it's a fox and a dog. But I could be wrong. This one I already like a lot less than the first 3, but it's still okay. This is actually the 2 that I want to do for this month. And my sister already did them. Because she took this opportunity to make it like a buddy with me. So I still need to do them. But that's going to be fine. We're still halfway through the month, so I've got time. Excuse me. So this is story 5, where there are multiple animals. Including an elephant and a bear. Multiple elephants, as you can see. And this one I don't mind that much either. Like the ones with the elephants that I just showed you are not my favorites. But these I love. With all of them. With the bubbles. Like shopping for flowers. This is my page that I want to get done sooner than later. Because I don't like it. Just don't like it. Same with these 2. Not really my favorite either. But they will do. And then story 7, you get everything again. Like a mixture of the bunch. So we get our cute little mouses again. Then this page I didn't like. So that was one of the pages that I did. So I could color my mouse page in the beginning of the book. We get the foxes again with the dog. The chipmunks. So it's like everybody comes together basically for the party. They're decorating the place. You see? Animal party. So now we get all of them in the same like page. Look at that little mouse. Like, oh, so adorable. And there's more over there. Yeah, I love them. And even more pages with all of them. Yeah, these are like amazing. This one I didn't like either. So that was page number 2. So I could do my mouse spread. But I don't like the background. Because now it looks foggy. Because I made the bottom darker than the top. It should have been the other way around. And it looks funky now. But I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to leave it. Maybe once I finish the other pages, I might go back in. But for now, I leave it. So yeah, we get the party itself with some acts, and flowers and dancing. This one is actually on the back of the book, colored in. So if you don't know what to do and you just want an example, it's on the back. So you could just replicate it if you want. Which I might do. I don't know yet. And that is it, I think. Is there more? No, that is it. So then you get the overview like this with every story, like story 2, story 1. So you can look through it easily in the back. So it's an adorable book by Natsuki. And I think the next one is also by Natsuki, if I'm correct. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same symbols. Yes, it's also Natsuki. And this one is all about cats. And it's called Looking for the Bell of Happiness. At least that's what it says. So that's what I call it. And it is this lovely book. This is like the flyer that is like around the book. But there's like colored pictures. So I kept it. And I only done one double so far. Because I bought this in November of last year. So I don't own it that long. But basically like they're showing you multiple books published by the same publisher. But I know this one, and the one we're looking at right now are all in the same line. I have no idea if these are also considered the same. But I know at least these 3 are. And this book has loads of double pages with this lovely cat. Like multiple cats, as you can see. And they are just looking for the bell, basically, of happiness. And you get these lovely scenes with like animals, flowers, landscapes. Which is amazing. But it might be a bit more intimidating because they're doubles. We get some that are singles and less complicated. But I really adore them because I love my cats. We all know that, but look at that. It's amazing. You can color these so beautifully. Yeah, this is one that was colored on the picture that I kept. But yeah, look at this. I might go over that with a paint pen because I don't like the bold lines for the lighting effect. But yeah, who knows? I love this one. This reminds me of like the castle from Rapunzel for some reason. Not sure why, but it just does. I might even color it like that, with an evening scene with lanterns in the sky. Yeah, having a ride with a deer, wonderful page. I really like it, you know, like even this with the houses, I do not mind it because look at all the flowers everywhere. So I can add a nice pop of color and greenery, which is cool. Same with this one. I'm actually using only watercolor in this book. So this is the only page that I've done. And as you can see, the paper, yes, it's buckly. It's like crinkly. But it flattens out over time because I did not do this that long ago. I did this in November of last year. And I use Christmas colors, as you can see. So this is only watercolor. But the only thing I have to say, like, you can make it really wet, but you only want to do one layer at a time. So you do your first layer, let it dry. Otherwise, you might destroy the paper. And then just do another one, let it dry. You could speed it up with a hairdryer, but then your pages get more crinkly. So if you don't want that, leave it drying to the air. That's what I do. I usually just make a layer, wait for it to dry while having a break, have some food, a snack, whatever, and then come back and do it again, dinner again, you know, and that's how I do it usually in like steps. But I really like doing this one with watercolor because they're lovely big spaces, so it really lends it well for like watercolor style. But yeah, there's a lot of doubles in this book, which I love because I love my doubles and I love cats. So yeah, I didn't know for sure if I was gonna like it because of like a lot of these kind of pages, but I think I will because I really love doing this with watercolor. So I think I'm gonna be very happy. I really like this one where he sees a little lovely cat. Like this is one of my favorite pages. It's just gorgeous, like how you look down from inside a tree with the lanterns and then looking at the boat with the water. You could make like lovely reflections, probably like maybe at nighttime. Could be gorgeous. Yeah, I can already see it happening. Air balloon, look at him. Yeah, I love it. I don't like the patterns on the air balloon, so I might just cover them up with some paint pen. Yeah, these books can take a lot of medium, which I like. They're good quality books by this publisher. And that is why I like buying them as well. Yeah, beautiful book about cats. And that's it, basically. So yeah, there's a lot of like spring, summer pages, not much winter pages. There's a lot of flowers and a lot of scenery. So if that is something you like, this might be for you. And then I got actually a new release from the same publisher that is in the same format with the same paper but a different illustrator. I don't know the name because I haven't translated it yet, but the name of the book is Gino the Bear, a Wonderful Chef, as you can see, and it's about this bear and his friends who are running a restaurant basically. But yeah, these are the ones in the series so far. So this was the newest one, so this is number 4 in the series basically. So yeah, I was right, but I do not own this one because that is all with flowers. But yeah, they seem to be all 3 by the same illustrator, but this one is not. No, because the symbols are different. So this is a different illustrator. But yeah, basically this was a birthday present from the money that I got from my aunt. And I bought this one with it. And I really like it. It's about this bear with his friends, like a squirrel. And hold up. There's like this lovely sample page in the beginning of the book, which are really nice for inspiration. Some instructions on how to color, and these are all the characters. So these are the main ones, but mainly those two. Like those two you see more, like also, but you see more of those two. They're like a couple that are always like buddied up in the pages basically. But I love the squirrel. Like the bear is just an extra thing, you know. Like I love the squirrel. That's my thing. That's why I love this book, because of the squirrel. I like the bear too, be honest, but the squirrel, look at him, little nose. So yeah, they're going to open the restaurant up, and there is the dog, which is probably a waitress, and we got a lovely squirrel. So yeah, you get pages like these that are pretty simple, and you've got a lot of open space, like just the same as the other books basically in the series, but it's a different illustrator, as you can see. There's again quite some double page spreads. But as you can see, they're not too complicated. They're pretty big and easy. So these shouldn't be too hard for you to color. But yeah, again, also double page spreads, which I love. There's also a lot of food in this one. which I'm not a huge fan of, but I just loved like pages like this, you know, like actual scenes. Amazing. Buildings. Not so much my thing, but I do like that one. I love this one with the mouse. He's so like, what the fuck do you want? You know? I want that piece of cheese, please. Okay, buddy, I can do that. You know, and then look at him with his neck. That's what I see when I look at those pages. Having a conversation with them. Yeah, lovely fishing scene. Making pizzas together, but see, he's the main object of the page. Love it. Then they are going everywhere together, you see? They're looking at how they are eating their pizza, which is lovely. He's cleaning up after everybody has left. And they're going for supplies. So he's picking some mushrooms. She's picking some nuts, it seems like. Some some grapes. Berries, whatever they are. I think they're grapes by the look of it. And some carrots, probably, or whatever they have. Pumpkin. Yeah, look at them with the cart. I love it. I just love the whole like thing, you know. And then they have a Halloween party. So she's carving out the mouth, which I like. I like it. It's different than most books. And then we get the Halloween party. So all the friends come over, as you can see. But again, really easy style, you know. So it's not that complicated. Same with this. Not complicated at all. So you could definitely try to color this, you know, without feeling horrible. Oh my god, there's like a fox or a dog on the roof. I did not even see that one yet. It's the first time I seen it. Oh, yeah, funny. I love that one. And that one. Yeah. It's all about food, basically. But I still love it. Even though I don't like coloring food, I love this book a whole lot. Playing outside with the snow. The party itself, which is amazing. And then we're going for a secondary party, apparently, because look, another double. And that is the end of the book, unfortunately. So yeah, there's still a lot of pages in this. There are like 65 pages, but it's an amazing book. So this is everything that I've got from this publisher, which are in this lovely size. And we've got more books in the same size, but not by this publisher. So the next one I'm going to show you is actually one of my favorite books in my collection. And also one of the first ones that I actually bought for my collection, which you have seen quite some time, like quite often on my channel, which is A Story of a Precious Cat by Nelco Neco. And it's about these cats that have all kinds of adventures together. As you can see, I already colored quite a bit of pages, including this one. So I started this one on my own with my Polygomos pencils, and I tried to keep a limited color scheme. But if I would have known what I know now, I might have changed the eye color, but I just stuck to it because that's my decision I made back then. So these are the characters from the book. It's basically like a cat family, and you got this twin, Pupuri and Peppino. The little one, Chiro, which is my favorite. Hik, which is another brother. And then Tom and Daisy, which are probably the parents or the grandpa, I don't know. Doesn't matter. The book is all about them. And it's a pretty intricate book. And it goes through the seasons. And I love it. So I've done this one as part of a buddy group that I'm in. That is started by Amy Ward Art on YouTube and Instagram. It's an Instagram group that I joined. And yeah, we're basically getting assigned a page that we vote for every 2 months. So we have 2 months to finish one page. And sometimes we also do a double. And then we either get 2 or 3 months to finish it, depending on what people want. So we already done 2 doubles, I think, so far with the group. And I'm up to speed with everything they've done. So this was also a page that we've done for the group, which is a color along on my channel. And I used my Paul Rubens watercolor as a base and then Polygomos pencils on top. So you can find that on the Nelco Neco playlist if you want to recreate this. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of color alongs in this book. And I'm planning to do many more this year. I'm planning to do 1 each month, depending on whether I can do that with my health. But that's my goal, to do 1 each month, because this is my project book for the year. This is also one of the group. that was chosen before I joined the group. So I catched up basically, but it's not a color along, that one. That is one that I did by myself. This is a color along though, but it's a 7-part color along because I was filming for like 1.5 hours each time. And I did it all with colored pencil and some metallic gold for like the coins. And I really like how it came out. Look at him, all happy. I'm not a huge fan of pirate pages, but after coloring this one, I'm in love with the page. So I think I did a great job. So yeah, you could definitely recreate that one. And I'm actually thinking of coloring this one for February for the lunar New Year. Because I don't like that page. So I'd rather have it done sooner than later. And it was one of the options for like January/February, but it wasn't chosen. So I might choose that myself for February. Just so that you know, if you're interested, then you know it might be the next one. But look at that. There's so many lovely pages and it goes through the season. So now we go to autumn pages. And it's just an adorable book all around, but really detailed. So this one is also a color along on my channel for like, I think it was October, like September, October. And yeah, I did this as a color along as well on my channel. Again, with a base with my watercolors and then with polychromos pencils on top. And I love how it came out. Exactly what I wanted. A moody night, like night sky. No, not night sky. A foggy sky with like moody colors and then pink, you know, to like for the Halloween style. But it becomes a bit dark because you need to do Halloween at night, you know. That's why I wanted the foreground really dark in comparison. But I could have made it even darker now that I look at it. But I like it. I'm happy with it. So yeah, that is also found as a color along in my Nelco Neco playlist. And so is this one, which I did for the November Met Tea Party in November of last year. And I saved my colors for that one. Because there's quite a lot of Alice in Wonderland pages in this book. But this is also a color along. Again, watercolor base. And polychromos on top. I'm so sorry, people. This is one of my favorite pages of the book. So this one and the one further down in the back, which is a winter page, are my two favorites. And I would like to keep either one of those as my last page that I will finish in this book. So that one won't be colored anytime soon, because I love it so much. There's a lot of lovely winter pages, as you can see as well. Here they are doing stuff indoors, making cookies, preparing the meal. A steampunk page, which I also am not a huge fan of. And some, I don't know what kind of dolls they are supposed to be, but yeah. I'm not a huge fan of either one of these, but this one especially, it's not my thing. So this one might be up soon as well, somewhere this year, if I get the chance to choose myself. Because I don't like it. This one is also a color along on my channel for the month of December for Christmas, which I really like as well. Yeah, I've done a lot of pages in this one already. And this is my other favorite page that I was talking about, the other page that I like. So depending on what kind of month it is, when I'm almost done with the book, I either save this one or the Alice in Wonderland double, depending on what time of year it is, basically. And this is the one that I did for this month as a color along, which is also in the Nelco Neco playlist. That's why I still have my marker in there, because I literally just finished it this month. And yeah, those are all the colors that I used. And I was thinking of doing that one next, but I decided I want to do the lantern page instead and leave this for another day. But I do save my colors again, so we can use them. And that is everything in this book, people. So yeah, that was the last page that we did last month for this lovely book, and I really like it. So this is my project book for the entire year, so you can expect a lot of color alongs in that book for this year. Then the next one that I have, which is also the same size but a different publisher, is a book that is out of print, unfortunately. And I was lucky enough to be able to buy it from one of my viewers who kindly gave me the chance to buy it from her. And it's called The Day We Finally Meet by Yujin Kim. And I love this book. But yeah, sadly it was out of print when I started coloring. But as you can see, I was able to buy a copy from somebody else. And I already done 4 pages in it. But it's an adorable book with all kinds of baby animals. Like you can see it's a bit discolored, so it's a bit yellow. But what do you expect? It's a book from 2015 and it's adorable. So there's a lot of like these little, songs that are in the book. So this is one of the ones that I finished. I really like how this one came out. Like I did some shiny watercolor on the moon and the stars. But I did it with watercolor, but you have to be really careful because don't use watercolor because look, it bled through and I used not that much water at all. So luckily it's not that noticeable and I can easily fix this. But don't use watercolor in this book if you own it because it doesn't handle it that well. But I adore how I colored this one. It's actually one of my favorites of the entire year of 2025 that I did. And I love it. Yeah, it's just adorable. Like immediately when I saw this page, I knew what I wanted. So that is one of them that I did. But as you can see, you get like Hush Little Baby, what do you call it? Verses, rhymes. And it's all the same in Japanese probably. So yeah, you get all of these lovely pages. And they're adorable. But they're all about baby animals and their parents. So you get all kinds of animals. So now we've got rabbits. But it's adorable. Look at that. That is amazing for Space Timber. And so is this one. Yeah, I love this book so much. And I'm so happy that I was able to buy it from my lovely viewer who likes to remain anonymous. So thank you. Yeah, I was so happy once it arrived in my mailbox. I was like, ooh! I wanted to look through it one time and then another and another. I love it so much. It makes me smile every time I look through it. It's like one of my precious books now. And I will always remember that I bought it from a precious viewer of mine. Yeah, that makes it even more special to me. That somebody is like willing to get rid of a book that is no longer available, that they like but will never color. And I appreciate that so much. Because I love these pictures basically. Like look at them. Even duckies. This is so cute. Like we love you. Oh, adorable. But yeah, you get raccoons, a little froggy with the slippers. Chipmunks maybe? Yeah, I think they're chipmunks. I don't think they're squirrels. They're cute. Look at that. Having a picnic together. But yeah, it's a pretty intricate book, but I love them. I'm actually sad that watercolor is not an option in this book because it would be perfect, you know, for basing them. But I will stick to my pencils because I don't want to ruin such a beautiful book. I really like this page, even though they're like, I don't know, it's a bit darker printing style. Same with that tree. It was really dark, but I really like how it came out. I did this one with my Polygomos and Ohuhu Halaba pencils. And I really like how it came out. It was actually my sister's idea to color the bears yellow, like Winnie the Pooh. Because she literally told me, Winnie the Pooh. And I was like, what are you talking about? Winnie the Pooh? And she was like, yes, color it like Winnie the Pooh with a river of honey. I was like, now I see what you mean. Because I had no idea what she was talking about. But that is what she meant. So now I will forever remind myself that it's like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, it looked the same like this one. So it's definitely, you can definitely color it so it's not as visible, those dark lines. But it's such an adorable book. I've seen it on many channels before and I was in love with it. But once I found out that it was no longer in print, that made me really sad. And look at me now, being so happy that I have it in my collection. Yes, adorable. Can't wait to color in this next time. Like I might wanted to do that one for Christmas, but I didn't get around to it and I didn't want to rush it either because that's the thing. Because I love this book so much, I really want to take my time when I do color in it. Because I love making it all smooth and blended out in this one. It's just the style I'm going for. Like every book of mine has its own style that I like to color in it. And this one is the one that I like to make it nice and pretty and smooth and blended and you know, that kind of style. Look at them in the rowboat. Yeah, so adorable. This is definitely up in my favorite books list. So cute. It's also in my favorite size because I like this square big size book. I love it. It's like my my happy place, having books in this size. Look at that, so cute. And that's it. And then you get the index again in the back. And that's it for this lovely book. So yeah, that is The Day We Finally Meet by Yujin Kim. Then the next one is also in the same size, which is The Night Voyage by Daria Song. It's also an older book, but this one is still available on Amazon in case you want it as well. There's more in this series. I think there's also like the Time Chamber, Night Garden, or Secret Garden, or something like that. There's 4, I think, in total. But I'm not really familiar with all of the names. Like the Time Chamber, I know the Secret Garden, maybe the Night Garden, I don't know. I know there's more of them than just this one, but I bought this one because that was the one I saw first. And this one was published first in 2016. As you can see, I done a lot in the beginning of the book, but there's mostly like really simple pages, like filler pages like this. This is like the opening page that I did. I did this in July of last year, and I tried to keep a limited color palette, and I really like it. It's all colored pencils, polychromos. And the Ohuhu is actually the gold one, because my gold one in polychromos is not great. But I really like how it came out. This one I still need to do, so this one I skipped. But for this month, in January, I did this double page spread. And again, I used a lot of gold paint pen, because I like to do that in these pages. And I like to use a limited color palette as well, so I spread it throughout the page. But I don't know if the blue was a right call. Maybe I could have better done like a dark purple instead, because it's a bit too poppy in my eyes, you know, like same with the green. I'm not a huge fan of the green that I chose either, but it is done. And I do like the bear and the flowers and the girl and the wallpaper. That is what I adore of this page. So it's not all bad, you know. I'm really happy with the result. But these books take forever to color, like all the details. So these two are like filler pages. Like almost nothing to color. So yeah, therefore it looks like I've done a lot, but actually I didn't. So I did this one in September of last year. And again, paint pen on the stars, so some gold. And everything else with my polychromos pencils. Yeah, I think I like that combination of paint pens with colored pencils in this book a whole lot. But we get this page again, you see, so I've got another chance to color it differently. But I'm also gonna see if I'm gonna like try my watercolors in this one to base it, see how I like that, because I haven't done that yet. But most of these pages are really like intricate, as you can see. So maybe not for this one, you know, maybe the one with like more background that I could do some basing. This one I like as well, even though it's really intricate. Yeah, I love the pictures where the girl and the cat are in there. Like the other ones with just patterns are a lot less attractive. Like I fell in love with these paper birds. That's why I really wanted this book. But I really like the pages. Like this one, not so much. But like this could work with a lot of watercolor, like granulating watercolor. Because there's a lot of space. I love this page as well, with the flowers. And again, the paper birds. But like, then you get pages like this as well. Excuse me, I should blow my nose in a second, because I'm like having a drippy nose. I was also sneezing before I started filming, but now it plays up again. But what I don't like about this is like how busy it is with all the buildings in the back. And then the sliding in front of it. But I might just color the back like in a limited color palette, and then make these like a rainbow or something. That might be really nice to tackle that one. And the same with this, you know. Maybe I should just ignore all the stuff in the background. Just make it limited color palette and then focus on the girl. I think that would be a nice way to attack those pages. And this is what I do not like about the book. Only pages like with repeating things. I prefer it if there's like a character on it, like this one, you know, with the cat. And again, one with a slide, but I like the stars. So that one shouldn't be too tough. Here I can go wild with watercolors again, probably. So I might just like switch it up, you know, page by page. Like this one could be done with acrylic paint, maybe even. Maybe. Or my paint pens, maybe. That would be a good one as well. I like filling in some with it with gold, so I might do that with this one as well. Use paint pens instead, and watercolor for like a base maybe. That would be a good idea. Same with this one. This one has big areas, so you could base it with watercolor. I think that is the way to go with this book, because I like it, but I don't love it, you know, because of how much time it takes. But if watercolor is like a nice base for this one, it might speed it up. So therefore it will be less of a pain to do. Because I like the patterns, but I also hate them at the same time. Like, I like this kind of patterns, you know, but this is also fine because I like flowers, but this not so much. This is what I hate. Absolutely hate. I don't like it. I might not even color it at all. Maybe I will just do a gradient from like yellow, orange, red. Just ignore everything else. I might even consider that. But yeah, I don't like this. I just don't. I think I will enjoy it once I'm going, you know, but I think I have to really be methodical about it and not want to color every leaf the same, but maybe do like a rainbow from left to right and just fill it up like that, you know, without looking too much of what it is, because otherwise it will be too much. I think that will look really nice. But yeah, this page has tons and tons of double pages, but I do like the pictures a lot, but it's just a nightmare to color in for some reason. So I really want to find a way that I actually enjoy this book. And if I don't find a way that I enjoy, then I will destash this by the end of the year. And otherwise it will stay in my collection, but then I just have to have a plan of attack, basically. And the same counts for this book. It's also a problem child of mine. And I'm gonna blow my nose because it's like literally dripping right now. I'll be right back. Alright, that's much better. No more sniffling. So yeah, this is I thought it was always called A Book of Secret Dream Story, but apparently now that there's an English version, it's called Garden of Dreams. So you name it whatever you want, but the English name is Garden of Dreams because they recently made a USA version with also pretty good paper, but this is different paper than the English one. As you can see, I've only done 4 pages so far, but the reason I said this book is in the same category as The Night Voyage is because this one is also pretty intricate and I don't really know how to color it yet. Like, maybe I should also do watercolor because this one can take watercolor brilliantly and then do pencils over the top. But I love pages like this, like the really storybook pages. Same with this one. I love this one with the girl and the bear. This not so much. But there's a lot that I do not like. Like this I love as well. Like the fairy tale ones I adore. Like, look at him climbing up. But others not so much. So therefore I don't know if I will enjoy myself in this book because of that reason. So time will tell. Like, I'm gonna try to color at least 3 times in all of these books. I actually did this one for the color The Fairytales and Space Samba last year. And I used watercolor as a base and then pencils on top. And I think I used a lot of watercolor on this one to make it even darker because I didn't like how it looked. It looked a bit splotchy at first. But I did enjoy it, using the watercolor and the pencils combined. But the paper is a bit weird, you know, like it likes it, but it also doesn't like it. And it's hard to explain. It has like this sheen as well because of it. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough situation, and maybe it is just because I don't like these pages that much, that was the issue, and that the issue is not that I don't like the book, that I just did my least favorite pages, because this I love. But there's also like just as many as I don't like. This one would do wonderfully with like a watercolor in the background because she's got so much space to work with. Could even be done for Space Timber because look, there's some stars in the background. But yeah, I can't even remember this page. This is underwater, it seems like. Ooh, that might be nice. Yeah, there she is, the girl. I didn't even see her. Yeah, I like that one actually. I can't remember that one. I really like this page as well, where they're walking up to the castle. Like, these are the pages that made me fall in love with the book. There's also one with bunnies in a castle. Like, look, here we go. These ones. I love these portraits. Not so much this one, but this side, I wish they would have made it like a full-blown double page spread and actually show us the entire picture. Also like the bunny with the suit on. Like, why do you cut it off? I want all of it. Because it's like, this is the one I love. I love it. This is perfection. But yeah, pages like those made me fall in love. But pages like these, I'm like, bleh. This I do like. I don't know why. I just have a preference for pages with black backgrounds. Just like in Maria Trolla. I love them. I can't explain why. It's just like visualization. I do like this one as well. It's really dreamy. You can make it like a beautiful Sleeping Beauty, you know. And this one again, I love this style with the surrounding. And then we get clocks. No idea why. And then we have a parade. We have the girl now with us, as you can see. And I did this one. This was the first page that I've done. But this one I did with only colored pencils, with my Polychromos pencils. And oh boy, did it take forever. I think it took me about 5 days. Like not full days, but I usually color around 2 hours every time I do. And sometimes even twice in the same day. But I think I colored 4 times like 2 hours or 5 times 2 hours. So that is a lot of hours on one page. And at some point I was just done with it. I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I like the result. But still you can see the texture of the paper. And I did already so many layers. I might go back over it with like a blender pencil. Because I haven't done that yet. Or a blender from an alcohol marker. I hope that will go well. But I might do that to make it nice and smooth. Because I am not a huge fan of what it looks like right now. Even though I like the colors. Like this is adorable. I've seen somebody do this in the new version of the book with watercolor. But the paper is definitely not the same as in this one. Because this one takes watercolor really well. But in the USA one, you really have to be a little bit careful with the amount of water you use. While with this one, you can drown it basically. So there's definitely a paper quality difference. But it's still pretty good paper in the new one. But yeah, I really like it, but I also don't like it. So this is also a contender to be destashed by the end of the year if I don't find a way that I enjoy this book. Because if I don't enjoy it, what's the point of keeping it, you know? Then I have 2 books by the same artist, as you can see. And we're going to start with the first one, which is a really tall book. So see, it's really tall. Don't know if it fits in screen. Not yet, almost. But basically it's called Kuma Country by Chip, which means bear country. And it's about this lovely white bears going through all these scenes. And there are 24 pages, so not that many. I only colored 1 so far. And they're pretty intricate, as you can see. But you get the colored pages at the beginning of the book. So all of them like this. Really lovely pages, like really vibrant. And a lot of different scenes. I was planning on doing that page for January, but I don't know if I've got the time for it. And maybe I'd rather do like the birthday cake, because it's my birthday month. I have not decided yet. Or maybe I'm gonna color in this one instead, because I've got like Kuma Country as a artist on my list. I have not decided yet because I didn't start it and I don't want to rush these pages. But it's a pretty thick paper. It's nice and smooth. I think pencils work great on this paper, but I used alcohol markers on the page that I colored. But yeah, basically they're single-sided, so you could use alcohol markers if you want, but they're really intricate. Like this one is really intricate, so it will take you quite a while to color these, and they're like challenging for that reason. That's probably also the reason why I haven't done a second one yet, but I am in love with these little bears and like the surroundings, so I'm definitely planning on coloring more in this book. Trying at least, you know. Even if I don't finish it, then maybe next time when it's on my plans, I might finish a page. Which I don't mind doing either, you know. I love to finish pages, but if it's too much work, then I'd rather do it in like 2 parts, you know. Like do a little bit this month and maybe the next. I like this one as well with the garden. This is like on an island. This one is really intricate with all the items, like a market. I'm not sure if I'm going to love that one. But this I'm definitely going to love because I love my flowers. So that's a different story for me. Same with this one. Lovely books. Yeah, this one is a lot simpler than most of them. So this might be a good contender if you just want to test it out. But this one again is really complicated. But it's adorable. Look at them. Yeah, this is the page that I picked out for this month. But I'm not sure if I get around to it because you see how much detail there is. I don't know yet. I have my doubts if I want to do that one, because I don't know if I've got the time to do it justice right now. This is the one that I did, and I used my Ohuhu alcohol markers and my Copic markers as a base. And I did, well, actually for everything basically, because the only part that I use pencils on is the bear. So I did a little bit on the headpiece, the belt, and on the bear itself, but it didn't work that well. It was a bit shiny, so I stopped using it because I didn't like the look of it. And then I did all the other shading on the entire page with my alcohol marker. So I didn't use pencil anywhere else besides the bear and the nose. Everything else is all alcohol markers. So basically anything on this page, like you can see, it's all alcohol markers. And I enjoy doing that with my alcohol markers. So if it's not too intricate, I can do that. Like this one is a good contender for that as well. Same with this one. So this might be the one that I hope to color if I feel up for a big one. And if I don't feel up for a big one, I will take the postcard book, which I will show you next. But they're adorable pages. They're just a lot of work. This one is a lovely Christmas page. Yeah, I'm getting a cold, people. My throat is also aching. It's just one thing after the other. Then I'm done with one thing and then I get something else. Like it's always like this in this time of year. But yeah, this book is really nice. I love these bears. And yeah, I based my colors on this one, as you can see. So I took a picture of it. Like there's also in the front, of course, but I made a picture of that one before I started coloring. But I love this book. It's a gorgeous book, but maybe a bit too intricate for my liking. But yeah, I like it anyway, and I'm sure I'm going to color all of them, even if it takes me forever. And then recently, in December of last year, this one came out, which is a postcard book by the same illustrator. And it's called Kuma Country Postcard Book, basically. That's why I didn't write it down, because I just know the name. Because I immediately recognized the bears. I was like, yeah, there's 16 pages in it. And I bought it with some birthday money. As you can see, I haven't colored in it yet because it's brand new. And we get this lovely introduction page of the characters. And then you get an overview of all the pages in the book. So I will move you closer so you can see the colored pages really well. So these are all the pictures in the book, all by themselves. So let's flip through it, because you don't get postcards that are this size. You get half of it. And I wish they would have made it this size, because look what happened. They became really intricate. And now it's so small that you might not even be able to color it like this anymore, you know? Like, see how small those details are compared to my finger? Like, this one is still okay, but there's more, like, pages that are even more detailed. Like, this one is also intricate, but not as intricate as some. Like, there are some that are so detailed. Like, look at this. Let me move you closer. You see how intricate? Like, that's almost impossible to even get into with a pencil, because that's how small it is. And I don't understand why they did this. Like, they should have made it the whole size, because it's too small. So I might not end up coloring all of them if that's the case. Maybe I will only color like the simpler ones like these. But maybe I will, you know. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. I would love to color all of them, but I'm not sure if I can do that with like the amount of like space you got there. I don't know. I might try, but I don't know how it will work out, because these are so cute. And I thought, oh, that is perfect. Now I've got like a smaller version of the big one. Maybe it's less less intimidating. Well, look at that. This is even more intimidating. Look how small. Because of the size, it's more intimidating to me than the big one even. But they're adorable. Like, they're all different pictures than what we had before, and I love them. Oh, that's why it's not flipping. Okay. So yeah, they're adorable. I love this book. This is one of my favorites, where they're knitting all these items. So adorable. And I love the colors as well, so I definitely want to recreate this one. And then we get a lovely Halloween page, which I adore. I think that's really good of these books, that they've got like seasonal pages, which is adorable. More plants. They love their plants. Even more. And then we get one inside the house with the whole happy family. Yeah, really cute. And then there's one more with a winter scene, which I adore. This is also one of the contenders that I might want to color this month. So if I'm not up for a big one, I might want to do that Christmassy one. But I have not decided yet. It really depends on when I finish my other plans, what I will do. Then I got a few more books and then we're done with everything that I own. But this is the next one in my collection, which is Cute Animals of Stella Village by PART2. And I got this one also recently. And I only done one page as a buddy with coloring Bumblebee in December. So I also got it in December, as you can see. And it's this adorable page or book, but with these little doggies. I think they're all doggies or like animals. They're animals actually, because these are dogs, but they're not all dogs, it seems like. This is a cat, you see? So they're not all dogs. But yeah, I've written down their names. At least that's what the translator gave me. And it goes through the season. So you get 4 chapters with the season for each. And you get complicated ones like a full picture like these. But you also get like simpler ones that are not full illustrations as well. But I love these pictures. Like you can recreate them on this side. The paper is a bit weird on this one. It feels a bit like smooth, but also it has texture. Like this is a lot simpler. That's what I mean. You get a nice combination. So this one is way more approachable if you just want to test it out. I like the squirrel painting them. But yeah, you get like about 10 pages for each season. And then you get the next one. Like look at that with the birthday cake. That was also one of the contenders that I wanted to do for January. But it did not make the cut. Because I had too many plans. I still do. I'm trying my best to finish all of them. But if it doesn't happen, then so be it. I might pull some over to February if I want to. And otherwise, I just ignore they ever existed. Like my plans for January. So now we're going to summer, I think. Which is still, yeah, I think this is summer. Which is adorable. Like this is a simple page, you know. That is easily done. But I prefer these, you know, full scenes. That is what I love about it. And I like the colors that they use. They're so nice and soft, but still really colorful. Definitely not color schemes that I would use myself. Like some of them perhaps, but most of them not so much. So it's like a nice challenge to me. To try to recreate them. I really like this one. I know Jess of Coloring Bumblebee did this one for the summer. And this one is adorable as well. Yeah, really cute. And then we get the autumn, I think. Yes, autumn. It even says it in the picture. So cute. But yeah, this book is like every other Korean book. You get the picture on the left and the coloring page on the right. So if you are a fan of those, this might be something for you. And if not, then maybe it is not for you. But now at least you can see what it's like, you know, on the inside. So you can see every page in the book and make up your own mind if you like it or not. Like you don't have to do what they do. You could. But you could also just change it up completely. It is your book after all. But I just adore books like this with pages on the left and the coloring page on the right. It's my favorite type of book basically. Whenever I'm not in the mood to pick my own, this is perfect. But they are really cute. There's a lot of indoor pages. Let me take my tissue. Yeah, it's really playing up. I love this one as well. This is nice and simple. So this might be a good one for like around Christmas. Because it's easier to complete. I really love this page. I really like it. And then there's one more in between. Cookies. I like cookies. Yes. And then this is the one that I actually did with Coloring Bumblebee as a buddy for December. She finished hers in early of January because she was like had too many buddies for December basically. So she finished it like in the first week of the next month. And it turned out really wonderful. I really liked hers. Hers looked a lot more like this one, but she also changed the wall because who wants this color on the wall? Nobody. We had a little chat about that and I was laughing because nobody wants that wallpaper. I agree. That's why I changed it up as well. I really like how soft this one looks. And I think that is it. Yeah, then you get like some mini posters, which is basically full page colors. Like, see? A full page with like the printed pieces. I wish they would have been single-sided so I could cut them out and use them as prints to put down. But they're double-sided, so that's a shame. But they're really pretty, you see? Like a little bonus in the back. And there's like some smaller pictures on the back as well. Really nice. Yeah, I love this book. Really cute book by PART2. Then the next one is also a Korean book, which is by Paper Flight. And it's called Classic Fairy Tale Masterpiece Coloring Book, Bringing Classic Fairy Tales to Life. And it is in the same style as the previous one. And yeah, I'm gonna blow my nose again. This is stupid, people. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, this is not my day. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a cold. But basically, this is like also one of those Korean books that have the color pictures on the left and the coloring page on the right. As you can see, there's 62 pages. And it is all about fairy tales. So this is something you can write down, not idea what it says. We get a little introduction, no idea what it says. And then it's like divided in chapters, which I also don't know what it says. But let's just flip through them. So yeah, basically you get the lovely picture on the left with a story, I guess. And then the coloring page on the right. But the line work is colored. So the stars are in like a dark yellow. And the dog and the boy are in like a black gray. And you also get pages where the background is already printed for you. And I like that because I'm not usually a huge fan of doing backgrounds all the time. So this really helps out. Same with this one. And you get all kinds of fairy tales throughout the book, which I like as well because I like some variety. But I love it. I love this type of book. As you might know by now. Is that damage? Might be some dirt on it. I should clean that afterwards. Yeah, look at this. Lovely. They already gave you some color. So even if you don't want this color, you could still cover it up because it's just like lightly printed. Same with this one. But I like it because it's pretty intricate. So you could just leave it as is and call it done for the background, which I like. You got a choice, you know. Same with this one. You really got a choice. Yeah, I'm gonna love coloring in this book for this year because this is one of the books that I picked out for Color the Fairy Tales as well. I've got 4 books with fairy tales in them, and this is one of them. Look at this one, so beautiful. So I will also color in this 3 times at least this year for the Color the Fairy Tales. So I made sure that from the 4 books that I picked, I will color in all of them 3 times throughout the year. So that is like 4 times 3 is 12 months. So that fits. Yeah, Puss in Boots. I like that the clouds are done for me. Same with this one. It's already done, but it's not dark enough. So you could make it even darker. You could even change the tone if you like. But the moon is like beautifully done for you, which I adore. It's just a beautiful book, but the paper is definitely pretty slick. I don't know if watercolor work on these. I have to test that out. But so far I've used my Polychromos pencils in this book. And it worked, but it was also a little bit resistant. Like if you really wanted to smooth out, it might be a bit difficult. So keep that in mind. I really like this one as well with the sky. Yeah, I don't know all of these fairy tales, but I probably wanna like translate them. This is the one that I actually did for the Call of the Fairy Tales of last year for the Frog Prince in November. So I already did this one. I really like it. Like the background was printed, like that green stroke, like this part. But I did color over it because I thought it wasn't dark enough. So I made some more shadow and some trees darker in the background. Like I made the shapes of them because they weren't all there. And I really like how it came out. But I did not really try to smooth it out like with the grass texture or the dress. But it's really difficult to get that because her hair and her dress were already a lot of layers. So keep that in mind when you're coloring with pencils in this book. That is why I want to try some watercolor next time. But yeah, it is a gorgeous book. Look at this. Swan Princess. Yeah, really beautiful. I like the Snow Queen one. Like, look at those trees. That would be wonderful to recreate. Hansel and Gretel. Alice in Wonderland. There are multiple Alice in Wonderland pages, but my favorites are the Thumbelina pages in this book. It's really cute. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is one of my least favorites because it looks so meh. I don't like it. Like, her eyes are like Asian style. I don't like it. This is the Rapunzel page that I might want to do this month. I'm not sure yet because I've got multiple options for Rapunzel. But this is a contender. My Maria Trolle book is also a contender. And my Eriy book as well. But I have not decided on one yet. Cinderella. Like a Thumbelina page. These are my favorites, the Thumbelina ones. You know why. I love my cute fairy tales. Little Mermaid. So that's for Mermaid if we want to. Beauty and the Beast. Again, not a huge fan of his face, but at least it's better than the Maria Trolle page that I had last time. I call it a Beauty and the Beast page. I like that the window is done for you because I hate to do that myself. So I'm glad they did that for me so I don't have to deal with it. And the floor is also already done for you. You might want to shade it in with like a yellowy brown, like a really light tone, and be done. Call the floor done basically. That is really handy. Again, printed line work. I really like this page. It's nice and vibrant. And then you get like these bonus pages in the back. That is basically like a calendar. So you get all of these. And you get the printed picture on the front. And then the coloring page on the back. So Jess from Coloring Bumblebee did this one for this month. She wants to finish one each month. So next month she's going to do that one. But yeah, you always get the picture on the front instead of next to it. So you have to color on the back, which I would have preferred if they would have been like next to each other. But I understand why they did it this way. So you can take them out and have the month on one page. I really like that one as well. Yeah, there's some lovely pages here in the back, like this Snow White one. I really adore that one. Another Thumbelina, which is adorable. One with the dog and the little girl. Yes, really cute. I don't know this one. Apparently it's called Bluebird. Hansel and Gretel again. The Snow Queen. And then the Nutcracker again. Are we at the end? Yes, we are at the end. And that's it. So this publisher apparently also published the Green Ivy books. As you can see. They show it in the same series. So I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Is it the same mark? Let me see, where's my Green Ivy book? Yeah, it's the same publisher. It has the same mark on the bottom. So yes, the same publisher from the Green Ivy book. That is, that's interesting. Okay, then I've got one more book for you, which is Anne of Green Gables story coloring book by Jin-kyung Yoon, I hope. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is basically like a storybook of the I think TV show. I think in like stylized, of course, but there are 45 pages and I already did one double spread and I used only watercolor for it and nothing else. So I think that's my way to go with this book. But look at these lovely sample pages in the beginning of the book. I adore how they colored them, especially like that one. Look at that. I really will try to recreate these if I get the chance. Like this is glorious with the pink as the sky and the warm tones. Yeah, the paper has buckled a little bit and it's like crinkly because I did watercolor on the back. Like the book takes it, but you have to be careful because you also get like this speckly texture over here. And also on the back of the page when you do this. But I really like this soft look with the watercolor and no pencils on top. And I think I want to do this entire book like this, as if it's like an old book, you know, an old storybook. And that also fits really well with like the text on the left. So here you can really see that it's crinkled and you see the dots. But I might just go over this page with like a light, like yellowy brown. So as if it's like old paper, just to have the same like feeling to this. But you can hear like it being so stiff and it's already like coming loose a little bit. So you have to really be careful not to ruin it. But from now on, you only get like a coloring page on the right of the book. So I don't have to do the left if I don't want to. So you could see it as a single-sided book and do it with alcohol markers, but I don't want to because I want to keep the story intact. I really like this one. But yeah, I was really a fan of the TV show of Anne of Green Gables. I was really late to the party because I only watched it like last year somewhere, and I loved it. Like, she's a little drama queen, but it's adorable. It's an adorable TV show, and I enjoyed it. Like, this, not so much. This scene was horrible. Like, stop being a child, basically. Stop being dramatic. She was really a drama queen, but still, it fits her. It fits her personality, you know. She's cute though. I love that page as well. Same with this one. This could be a really lovely Valentine page. Yeah, look at that. I usually am not into coloring people, but I used to do a lot of portraits back in the day, like black and white drawings. I even did commissions, but that also made me fell out of love with doing portraits, unfortunately. And I have found my love back a little bit, but not entirely. Like, I like the cutesy stuff, and this is on the edge of being cute. But the only reason why I like this is because it's Anne of Green Gables. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't want a book like this in my collection. That's the only reason why I want to color it, because I love her. And it just makes me smile with every page that she's in. So, and therefore it's also nice that it's only one side of the book that has like the coloring page. Look at this, so happy with a new dress. Yeah, I love that scene in the series. And I also like that the story is right next to it. So in case I don't remember, I can fresh up my memory of it. Yeah, this is one of the sample pages as well. Yeah, she had to have her hair cut because some idiot like cut off her braid in class. Yeah, that was not nice of them. I like that they did the shading for me as well on this one. That saves a lot of trouble, a lot of work as well, because now it's a lot easier to finish up the page. Like with these ones, you have to make it all yourself, but some of them have the shading done for you, which I really like. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier for me to finish up a page. And then she leaves. Like, see, this one has the gradient as well, so that makes it really easy to do this page actually. But not every page has it, as you can see. Yeah, it's really a beautiful book, in my opinion. And then the end. That's it. You see? That's it. And apparently this publisher has more books, but I don't like any of these. I checked them out, but not for me. So yeah, that is my last book in my Asian book collection, basically. So that is everything that I'm going to show you today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found some beautiful books that you might want to add to your collection as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you stayed till the end, let me know by leaving a flower emoji in the comments, because I love to know if you watched all the way through to the end, because I most definitely do with almost all the videos that I watch, because that's what I like. I just like to keep it rolling, listening, looking. That's what I like to do. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, bye bye!